Why he asked like 4 times?
But why aren't we recording? If you see content and you're a content creator, why would you say, yo, let me get this? Let me get this. I would be like, yo, I'm recording this.
I don't have the time.
I'm wrong?
I don't have the time.
What would we be like, yo, no, don't record this conversation?
It's so strict in here.
What about this convo would make you say, yo, you know what? Maybe they don't want to record this.
Can you? All right.
Put the what?
Leave the what and text the what?
No, the funny shit is,
Y'all are
when you
muted.
said bodies, that's sweet.
Bodies.
Oh, that was funny to me.
There's something
man.
really wrong with me.
Oh, that was funny as hell to me. Are we in the building?
We in the building.
Are you in the building?
I'm in the building.
So you think my hoodie is ugly too?
The long pause go crazy.
Nah, it's I see what you was.
This
trying
with
to
the
do.
snapback, huh? Two non-valids?
Nah.
Whoa.
All right.
2 non-valids.
Whoa. What we doing?
Brother, I see what's going on.
What are we doing?
I'm with you. I'm gonna stand with you today.
It was an ugly sweater party.
Okay.
I said ugly, not cheap. I think you missed it. Like you went the other direction. All right, so
No, that shit look like you could rip it, and that's what's pissing me off.
Probably can. But what's the point? Is it one wherever?
but you did.
But you remixed it.
So where do you get
Why
all
is
these
it
sweaters
on?
from?
Why you have it on right now?
Because I thought it was cute last night.
Cute. All right.
It's not cute?
That's
I don't look
valid.
cute?
Don't tell me. Nah.
That's valid.
I can't look cute?
Absolutely, friend. You could do whatever. You could do whatever you want.
Well,
That's the cute pose.
what, Courtney does it? I can't do that? Good morning, good
today.
afternoon. How y'all
Hello.
doing today?
Dang.
Hello.
So wait, y'all telling me that I'm not valid today? I can't do this?
You already did it. It's happening.
My
We're already
Frosty the
on.
Snowman.
That's not even Frosty.
Who is it?
I don't know. That shit is like, that's a nigga named David or something. Like, nobody knows who that nigga is.
Raphael.
Frosty do not look like
That
that.
nigga was born in Afghanistan.
That nigga named Philip.
Yo, listen.
And I have mad ugly sweaters, and all my
Yesterday,
ugly
did you
sweaters fire.
Turn the volume on the computer? Because I told you, I literally pointed at it and said, yo, you have to hit this button.
It's on.
Can they hear?
I could.
Because she said, you know they muted.
That was mad long ago.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Oh, it was 5 minutes ago. You're right.
Can we get?
That was mad long ago.
All right.
All right.
They want to judge your sweater.
Listen, it's cool. They are they gotta find a way to get to me. Yesterday and I had a moment this week.
We did.
Okay.
I don't know if we should discuss this. Hey Chris, how you doing today?
So why do you do that shit? Why do you do that?
I'm trying to figure out what the moment was.
No. But why do you do that? And you know exactly what I'm talking about. But why? What is the reason?
It's fun. It's fun. We have a guest in the
Cliffhangers.
building today. My accountant is in the building. Should I say that?
I guess, yeah, you can say that.
She's in the building. I've known her for
I had something funny to say.
15.
Oh, wow.
It's been quite some time.
In different phases and
Different phases.
evolutions
Different
of
phases.
life.
Never thought you would become an accountant.
Well, actually, like money and numbers. So
Yeah.
it actually was the natural trajectory.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
You know, it makes sense. And funny story, you know, because obviously I come from a nightlife background, you know, running venues and bartending and bottle service. And the money is like obviously at one point astronomical. And you're like, oh my goodness, what do I do with all this money? And I just didn't know. Went to school, but nobody teaches you these things, right? Specifically. And somebody put me on in nightlife and they were like, yo, this might be a good situation for you. And it just opened my eyes. And I was just like, I have to tell everybody.
Yeah.
That what can you do with money?
Yeah.
So it was the natural progression. So yeah,
Yeah.
you can say accountant.
You called yourself a nightlife enthusiast? Is that what you said to me? When I asked you what your what is a nightlife enthusiast?
Not an enthusiast, but you know, a connoisseur, a professional, you know,
Like a madam?
like a plug of sorts.
A madam.
It's like
You
a
know,
pimp.
I mean, you know, they did call me the Pied Piper of bad bitches at one point.
Oh wait.
See, I caught the vibe.
You
I caught
did.
a
I'm
pimp
sorry.
vibe.
I was trying
I'm
to chill.
never fucking wrong. I just want to say that.
You know,
I didn't know.
many phases.
Be bringing them out. Bring them out. Bring them out. That's
you
what
know,
you're doing.
at one point, because it was fun. You know, pretty girls like pretty girls. You make friends. It's lots of drinks. It's parties. Everybody is fun. You get to meet all types of people. Why not go out together?
Listen,
and organize it.
Makes sense.
Make some money together.
The connoisseur of hoes.
Well,
I've seen that go in that direction for real. Before, by the way,
What? Go ahead, tell your story.
a friend started that in that direction, and then the wealthy individuals would be like, "Can you get her to come back to my room?"
yeah.
And he became the middleman. You know what I mean?
So a pimp,
Pimping.
a liaison,
Yeah.
sexual liaison.
An escort
It
service.
became that through the nightlife. It went that way, and then it was like, hey, you know what? And so
I mean, it does get seedy.
It does
you know,
get interesting.
those are different kind of stories.
Right.
But
You also work as a media person.
I am.
You worked with FUBU for a long time. FUBU, like
Yes.
For Us By Us?
For Us By Us, FUBU.
The clothing
Radio.
line
The
or like
clothing
a different?
The clothing line. Keith, Perrin specifically, he branched off and did FUBU Radio because, you know, they're all doing things. You know, Damon with Shark Tank and Alexander with the station. So it's like a collective force of entertainment. So, yeah, I've been with FUBU Radio for a while. I love it. What's awesome about them is just being able to talk about anything, you know, and not being stopped. I know at one point when all the protests were going on with George Floyd and Black Lives Matter and the vaccines, and I definitely had a lot to say, and I was like nervous, you know, like, oh, okay, you know, how far can I take this? And they were like, no, go for it. And I actually read the Willie Lynch letter on air, and that's when I felt like,
Shit.
okay, I actually love being here. They went for it, and it was a big thing. I mean, I did get banned on Instagram for a little bit, you know. My DM's still acting a little funny, but you
A
know,
little shadow ban, but it's all right.
you know exactly.
You survived.
That's
Wait, they
that's
shadow
fine.
ban you for reading the Willie Lynch letter?
That, amongst other things, because you know there's certain books banned in prison because they don't want us to unite. They don't want us to have different information. So, again, the natural progression of things as you learn things coming up and meeting people, it was just like I have to share information as I get it because you never know. Even if it reaches one person,
You never know.
you can shape a
what
future
that's done
leader
for that person. Exactly.
Right. So, yeah, I do a lot of things.
What's the name of your show?
So it's really just Chrys with a Y. Don't ask me why. So I'm on FUBU, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. daily. You know, you get to hear some thoughts here and there. I do motivation. I'll talk about events, what's going on, just whatever comes to my head.
That's fire.
Yeah, thank
That's
you.
actually
Thank you.
Really dope.
Yeah.
That's actually really dope. Where can we get that on Spotify? Or?
You can catch it directly on FUBURadio.com. That is also on Apple, yes, Spotify, pretty much all the platforms they have it. But if you want to go direct, go to the website.
All right, FubuRadio.com from 10 to 2. Chrys Childs. What's the name of the show?
Chrys with a Y.
Chris of the Y.
With a
With
Y.
a Y.
Chris with a Y.
Because, you know, don't ask me why.
Okay.
Fire.
Very quickly before we start, because we had a very interesting Netflix drop this week.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about some things, right? I used to go to H&R Block. I would go to some friend of a friend that does accounting or taxes out of a back
Friend.
room, and right. And when something would go wrong, that motherfucker would nowhere be
Disappear.
found.
Right. It's over.
Hey, well, you didn't tell me, bro. I bought you all my shit. I put it on your table. You didn't. Well, you didn't tell. How,
Do your job.
I don't know what. Right. I don't know how, but I wound up getting set up with Chrys and her business partner, LA. So I've been loyal to them for years. And when I have a problem, I'm able to call. Right? The thing I want to say is, I feel like more people should have financial advisors.
Of course.
More people should have like loyal, I don't want to say loyal, but like prudent accountants, people that are in there can say, yo, with this money, you should be doing this. You should be invested in this. Don't make this move. That one isn't going to be healthy for you. I remember I wanted to use my business accounts for something in LA. It was like, oh, whoa. I don't even think you should go there. Let's work on this over here, right? And because I would have never known, right? Why do y'all think more people don't invest in financial advisors or are they prevalent? Are there black financial advisors, people out there that people can
Of course there
lean
are.
on?
It's black everything, but you don't know what you don't know until you know what you don't know.
That's
so
part.
the financial literacy part, you don't realize you're financially illiterate until somebody teaches you something and you're like, oh shit, I never knew that, and I never knew I was supposed to know that. So I don't think that we do a great job as a community in uplifting and pinpointing financial literacy early. But then, like, for me, I work in an organization where middle school kids are getting financial literacy classes. And it's like there's a disconnect because you're getting so much free game, but they don't care yet. So it's like kind of falling on deaf ears. But by the time you get to high school, your priorities are different. So you should learn about it earlier. But how do we get people to care about something that they don't understand how it's going to impact them, especially children? If you don't have no capital, you don't give a fuck about what we're talking about. All of this is hypothetical. And it's not like they're going home and sharing it with their parents. So,
And that's what it is right there, because us as a black community, unfortunately, there's a stigma about not talking about money. You don't talk about money in the household. Don't ask me about my finances.
Child.
Don't tell me about my bills. That's none of your business. You know, and unfortunately that trauma passes on and you just perpetually not talk about money. So what you said was very important. It's not important to them, or it's not interesting because nobody's talking about money. And the conversation really comes at home. And I love that you said you don't know what you don't know. We only know what we're exposed to. Yeah, we have Google, we have this, but how do you know to Google it unless you're exposed to it? So it is up to the home. It is up to the schools, the mentors, and, you know, also us talking about it as much as possible. Because the reality of it is a lot of these young athletes right now, because of the NIL deals, they're coming into millions real quick that they're not even prepared for.
nope.
Right.
And might never see again, because not everybody is going to go further than that, but it's a blessing in disguise that they're getting it now. But what do they do?
But how much money do you need to have before you start thinking about having a financial advisor?
I think as soon as you think about taking your future seriously, if you have a dream, you should talk to somebody who knows more money than you. And obviously, as you grow your wealth, and let's say you invest or you're streaming or whatever the case is, because there's so many of these avenues that which you can get money quickly. I think at any point you should get a financial advisor if you're serious about the trajectory of your future.
And you're not that in your 20s, are you?
It depends on how serious you are. There's some very serious 20-year-olds and there's some 20-year-olds that, I mean, how many people do we know that they were in a situation when scamming was crazy in Brooklyn, and so many people should technically be all right now, but they did not do what they were supposed to do with their money, and now niggas is fucked up. Like them Louis bags that was the top notch in '07, that we looking at that shit like, so where's the new one? You still wearing that shit from 15 years ago because you rather buy that than figure out how you can invest and put yourself in a better position. So I think everybody should learn at base value. But I think the important thing, like Drew just said, it's hard to invest in learning when there's so many scammers that are like just trying to sell you a dream. Like, here, for this $5,000 class, I can teach you how to, you're like, all right, I want to really learn. And now you're taking advantage of the people that want to learn from you. So who do you trust and where do you go?
Right. It comes with anything, right? If you're looking for concert tickets, sneakers, whatever, it's research. You have to do research. If you're starting to have the questions, you have to look it up. I mean, we have AI, we have Google, we have all these things, but there's scammers everywhere. You have to be able to look at their history, see if there's a website, see if you can contact anybody. Again, if you're serious about your money, but also ask people that you look up to, right? There's people that you can come up to, like your local business owner that you probably see every week when you go to the corner store, or the person you buy your sneakers from, or whatever. The thing about it is we all have someone within our reach that we can get to and ask, but you have to ask the questions. But it's also up to us to keep having this conversation as well, because the reality of it is the more we talk about it, the more we make people comfortable with actually asking the questions, not making it taboo.
Okay, well, if you're out there and you are working week to week, check to check, I still think that you need a financial advisor. I think that you should have somebody to say, okay, let's do this for the first month. Can we put this aside for the first month? With this, we can do that. Keep making that thing, and I will help you grow your bread. Do you think that's a good idea?
I suggest if you're having a 9 to 5 and you're looking towards, like, let's say buying a house, or you want to have a business or something, whatever goal it is that you have, opening up a studio, start with a planner. Right, a financial planner. You can get one on Amazon, on anywhere pretty much, or even a notebook. Like, write down your finances. Take a hard look about what you have going on, how much you make versus how much you're spending. Because when you write it on paper,
that
you
shit
would
look
not
crazy.
believe. You'd be like, "Who am I? A rich drug dealer? Like, why am I spending money like this?"
The amount of money I spend on honey buns a month. Shit, bro, that shit don't make no. Once you look at it, you look at how many times you
much
swipe
is it?
at the corner store, maybe like $67.
That's a lot of honey buns.
Like, yo, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Because it's $2 a day.
That's pretty good though.
Times 30 days. That's what, $60.
It's, in the city, it's probably like $4.
Why don't you just go to like Costco and get like a box of honey buns?
I didn't want to commit.
I see that though, because if it's there, you're just gonna go ham.
Yeah, when you're out working and shit, you do pass the store, you're like, I know they got.
You got to make it like an
honey bun in
obstacle course, like a side quest.
there. You know what I mean?
Jesus
It's side quest.
Christ.
Yeah, see what you did.
Side Quest West.
But yeah, I wound up spending, I realized, over $100 a day on nothing. Take out a juice, like going to the store, getting a smoothie or something like that. That's $8.
How much does it cost for you to leave the house?
Oh, over $100. Over $100. I promise you, it's not. There's nothing less.
Yeah,
There's nothing less.
I feel like $100 is light every time you leave the house because the tolls, the congestion if you drive, the parking, breathing soon.
Breathing costs.
Yes.
In New York City, breathing costs. You be outside of. Nigga,
Sick.
rent is due. So yeah, yo, do y'all invest in Digit? Do y'all use Digit? That thing? Like,
Oh, I used to use Digit. I used it for years and then I stopped.
do you know what Digit is?
No.
It's called Opportune now. AOPORTUN, I believe. It's on your app store. And every time you swipe your card, they take a little bit out and put it to the side.
Oh, okay, dope.
Every
My
time.
bank used to do that at one point, and that's actually was really dope. You actually acquire money.
Yeah.
But you have to set like good financial habits, and that's why I say like write it down, set your goals, because I mean even now like every time I get paid from something else, I try to take like 5 to 10% and put it in an account that I don't even touch. I don't even have a debit card to. You know, you have to set good financial habits because you would not believe like you said, the $67 that you spend a month on honey buns, that can go into an account every month for some odd amount of time, or an investment account. You know, sometimes you can just let money sit and grow.
Yeah, absolutely. When I was looking for this crib, I looked into my investment account and was blown away. I could not believe the money that I had saved because I never looked in there. I never knew the password.
That's
Just
dope.
coming out my account, and I never even knew how to get to it until I needed it for something. And then when I looked, I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Blessings.
That's
And that's how it
shit.
feels too.
Holy fucking shit. I'm wealthy? No.
No more hiding money under the floorboard, okay?
Yeah, nah, we're not
Word.
doing that.
So, I guess that's the
the more
good
you
part of
know.
the episode. Yeah. Now we get into the shit.
Here we go.
All right.
Welcome to So Shameless, where we are going to speak about Sean Combs' The Reckoning.
I like the way you introed that. It was very ominous.
Yesterday, you watched this?
Yes, sir.
When you said you watched it this morning?
Yes.
So it's fresh in your mind.
Fresh.
What did you think about Sean Combs' The Reckoning?
I thought it was interesting.
Now, is that because 50 Cent made it? Or
No, I kind of try to remove that piece of it, but again, a lot of information I think that we've kind of heard before, but I do think that there was some stuff that I learned for sure that I didn't know as far as like the whole saga of it, right? Because it's really a saga of things. I don't think it's just this one little piece, and I do think 50 being attached to it, I does think that it makes it really petty. Really, like,
love it.
Super petty.
did you know the pettiest part of that? You know he did the interview on ABC?
And he only did it because they can see ABC in jail.
In jail. Yeah, I saw that today on the gram.
Wicked, bro.
He's the type of person you don't cross. It's like
I love it.
You take it low, he's gonna drag it to hell.
I just aspire to be. Ugh.
That
My
happily
favorite
petty.
cancer.
It's classy.
It's my
petty.
favorite cancer.
He just doesn't give a fuck.
No.
He's never gave a fuck.
And he
Never.
does
I
it
said
with a
this.
smile.
I said this
Yeah.
the other day. No matter where 50 goes when he passes, heaven or hell, it gets worse. No matter where. Imagine 50 walking through the gates of heaven, bro. You're gonna be like, oh my God.
How this nigga get in?
I'm in hell now. Just the fact that he's here.
I love
It's gonna
it.
be the first shootout in heaven.
Please.
All right.
You see how you got to drag it?
It'll be
I'm telling you,
different,
niggas gonna
different
be
kind of
spitting.
war.
Yeah, it's gonna be a different type of war.
But I'm
You
not
know, the
gonna lie.
Angels fought before, so I can see that.
But he has been consistent though. He's been one of the only people that has been consistent throughout the years on this Diddy shit. Even when a lot of people used to be like, "Yo, chill," he was screaming that shit from the rooftop.
Yeah.
So I do respect the beef.
You know, villains be right sometimes. And I think that every time somebody says like, oh my God, 50 is a villain, I'm just like, but does that make him wrong though?
Everybody has an origin story.
I love it.
Yeah. I'd be with the villain tales.
I asked Chris to watch the
I love
show.
it.
Yeah,
She watched it.
I did watch it at your request.
What did you think about this?
I also thought it was interesting. Actually, it was very well done. I'm not gonna.
It was
hold you.
extremely well
It
done.
was very well done. It was
Yeah.
captivating. It was informational. It painted a picture. It gave different perspectives that no matter what you thought before, it gave you something not only to think about, but also look inward, right? Because it just really laid things out and now the perspective is like, well, now that you say that, wait, let me check this out again. And it does come with a different kind of eerie feeling. And we also have to remember, and I think everybody knows that what he's in jail for right now is not the real crime. This is his karmic punishment.
Yeah.
The being broken down. And because let's be honest, we always know Diddy done did it,
You know he did.
but we allowed it to happen because we weren't so hypersensitive then. We weren't so empathetic at that point. And we just love the music. We're the culture that separates the person from their artistry. But the reality of it is the way they painted it and put it together, I didn't feel like it was a smear campaign. I felt like I was being given information about someone and, I might have to rethink some things. So
Josh.
This is like my third Diddy documentary that I've watched since
You watched
all
the
of this
Hulu
stuff.
one,
Yeah, the Hulu one, the HBO one.
I watched all of these.
So I think that I learned more from those because I saw those first, but at least the story is still very consistent. I think that episode 2 and episode 3 were the two most eye-opening ones for me.
Okay.
1 and 4 was I understand, I know what we're doing here because I already had that. Yeah, but 2 and 3, especially 2, when you talk about the origin stories of the Biggie Pac beef, and then seeing his involvement in those intricate details that you probably. I mean, when Biggie and Tupac died, I was 6, 7, so I don't have that understanding, but I think for me the major takeaway is at the age that I am now, I cannot in good faith or conscience ever back a nigga over 45. I don't know what y'all niggas was doing. I can't, I can never just sit here and be like, you know what? I am a fan of no one. Okay, there are songs that I like. I am a stan of no one. I'm all good. I even after watching that documentary, and I know this is gonna sound crazy, my Jay-Z stand-up has officially paused.
Oh shit.
It has officially paused. And it's not because I think that he did anything. It's because I don't know what none of y'all niggas was doing when I was in elementary school. So you know what? Let me just shut the fuck up. I'm gonna sit out of it. Y'all are horrible. The worst generation ever.
How did he catch a shot?
The worst generation ever. The worst generation of men ever. Fuck you all.
That's impossible.
It's just y'all. Y'all are the closest.
We
There's
started
proximity.
everything. No, it's not.
For
We started
me-
everything that y'all are living today.
Right. And
And
look,
we were victims of what happened to us before that.
yeah, but what?
How are we
What you
worse
a
than the
victim
niggas
of?
that was on crack and the niggas that was doing all that
I
shit
wasn't in
before us?
proximity with
the
them
niggas that
niggas.
left
I
your
was in
moms and left
proximity
our
with
moms. How
y'all
was we
niggas.
worse than them niggas?
I was in proximity with y'all niggas. I don't have
you
a
said
point of
we're
reference.
the worst generation.
For me.
We're not.
For me.
We're the beginning of the come up.
Horrible people.
We're the beginning of the recovery.
Terrible. Y'all niggas allow all
I
types
would
of fuck
definitely
shit.
say there was like
Yuck.
king complex going on because you guys did survive a lot. You know, money, getting into money, drugs, and everything. So maybe with this documentary, it just showed what money does to someone when they feel like they're untouchable too.
Trust none of them. Everybody. Every time I watch a documentary that is stapled in the 90s and the 80s, I'm just like,
Traumatized.
how did y'all niggas get away with all of this? Like,
Yeah.
that is what it is how did y'all niggas get away with all of this? Like, how did you get away with all of these rumors and murder? Like, because there was no cancel culture. Like, there was nothing. So niggas was hearing about this shit and then just
Technology
moving on
wasn't
with their
lit.
day.
Lit.
Exactly.
That shit was
I
lit.
to this day
You could
have
just
never
kill somebody
seen
and go.
and go.
Yeah, it
and
happened
go.
all the time.
Cameras were grainy.
I tell you, I'm
And
telling
niggas
you,
would be
when I
like,
was a child,
but they lit in the hood, so it's okay.
I remember walking down Troop Avenue, and it was a Jeep or a truck or van. It wasn't a van. It was like some type of Jeep blown up by a fucking grenade,
A grenade?
just on the corner.
What?
Just completely split open. What the fuck? Cops wasn't there. Nothing. Fire. And
that
a
was
kid
going
walking
through real
by like
war.
9 years old, huh?
Y'all was really going through real
It
war.
was nuts.
Like people's getting bodied right in front of you, just walking off and
I
broad
tell this,
daylight.
it happened multiple times to
Yes.
me. I wish Tron was here for this. Multiple times I see a nigga get their head blown off right in front of me.
Like, and y'all are okay. And none of y'all are in therapy. And this is the shit that y'all are not okay. Like, y'all are not okay.
Multiple times. And that's before I was on Nostrum.
And maybe that comes from, well, like I've been through worse culture too. You know what I'm saying? Like why certain people get away with
But
things.
where
It's
was
like,
the bar? Like,
Right.
and like, if there was a bar for your generation of the shit that y'all seen and y'all went, where was the bar? The
There was a
bar was in
code.
hell.
You definitely
Bar for what?
A bar for, or like, all right, now y'all
Morality.
niggas done taking it too far.
no,
I think it was by a code. Like
There was
Lisa
nothing.
was like children, women at one point.
And not even because
Not
R.
anymore.
Kelly niggas
Yeah.
was. I remember being a kid and people being in like talking about watching the R. Kelly video. I to this day have never seen it. There's certain things that I've never seen that's like culturally things like everybody say I haven't.
You haven't
So
seen
what
the
I'm
sex
saying
tapes.
is no. So what I'm saying is like, what is the mentality of a group of niggas that's watching R. Kelly sexually assault a child and y'all watching it on a cassette tape
On a DVD.
in the
It was a DVD.
barbershop.
It was a DVD.
Nasty work.
DVD.
Or a DVD in a barbershop.
Yeah, I don't know if we
And
watched
that
it, but
generation of
maybe.
but that generation of men like
Why is
where
it
was
okay?
the fucking
We were
line?
extremely desensitized.
How did you get that way?
When I'm in junior high school, 113 downtown,
Okay, we went to the same middle school.
I'm
Okay.
out in the field, right?
What
On recess, out in the little
In the-
thing
in the-
right there.
the
right?
playground, okay.
The playground. The Deceps come into the playground with little hammers in their
Decepticons?
hand. Yes, the
Okay.
gang. This is a gang in Brooklyn.
Yes.
The teachers told them, yo, you can't come in here. They beat up the teachers.
I don't understand what you
The
just said to me.
Deceps are 13, 14, 15-year-olds too.
I was about to say because they were kids too, so I'm
They
not
beat up the
understanding.
teachers, the
I don't
male
understand what
teachers.
you're saying. My brain is not computing what you're saying.
Exactly. And so imagine that as a 13-year-old when the adults can't protect you. Imagine that as a 13-year-old when you
That is
realize that
horrible.
it's literally
But we can go back and say that that's not okay because the reality of it is just because you're hurt doesn't give it the authority to hurt other people.
no, it doesn't.
or
But you can
accept
be
it.
desensitized
You
to the
can
violence.
be desensitized, but what I'm saying is like we all have perspective, and I think like you can think of one thing as maybe you thought that then, but you can look at it now
Oh, of
and
course.
say, okay.
I mean, but this is what 37 years later. The world has completely changed, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, this is before when Giuliani bought all them cops. The streets was like, oh, he's brought 5,000. We needed them. We needed those cops. We need those because I remember looking out the window as a shootout on the corner. The cops come down the block, stop right here. They had their lights on when they came down the block. These niggas going crazy. Down the block.
Right.
The cops turn the lights off and reverse back up the block.
Listen,
I'm sitting. Who's gonna save us?
no one's coming.
Nobody is coming.
Nobody.
This is
Send
hell.
in the cavalry.
And so you gotta imagine
Y'all niggas-
all of these
you know
people
what?
that's growing up in this.
You remember when I said that we need a war for these YNs? Y'all needed a world war. It was your generation. Y'all needed somewhere to go to get some type of brought up seat and then come back. Y'all niggas had too much free
They
reign.
was in war every day.
We was at
in war. But like what I would say, let's talk about this like as an overall problem, because the reality of it is it's not just in our community. The reality of it is in America in general, like pedophilia is an underground thing, you know, and they do it out in the open. That's why you have the age of consent being lowered in the South and certain states, going down to 14, 15 years old.
Crazy.
So the thing about it is like
Nasty.
we're holding ourselves accountable. We need to hold everybody accountable. The reality of it is everybody is desensitized on some in some way, you know, and masked behind religion or right or whatever. So it's actually really messed up. And that's how people were able to get away with things, because
it's absolutely terrifying how much access and wealth, the minute that we got it in a legitimate way, we turned into the same people that we said that we didn't like.
Yes.
Like, because you see the way that Diddy moved, the way that he spoke to people, the way that he used people and manipulated people, the contracts he gave. You were supposed to be somebody that was supposed to uplift the community. And the minute that you, in a legitimate way, got to a place of status and power, you violated more than anybody else. You're violating men, women, children. Like, you don't give a fuck. You grooming your own kids. Like, there's no accountability.
We didn't know this the whole time though.
Who's we?
Everybody. The world knew he fucked over Craig Mack.
I did not.
They know he fucked over every single artist. Audrey,
and it was a joke.
Talk about it for years.
Yeah,
and it was a joke
because Aubrey didn't say anything for years.
Yeah,
like and a lot of people called her a clout chaser, a liar, dragged that girl through the mud. She just kept saying, "Y'all don't know the truth. Y'all don't know the truth."
Yep.
And she must have got a bag for this, because when she finally said what happened to her, it's kind of like, wait, hold up.
Nobody was paid.
Hold up. Oh, nobody was paid?
No, these niggas did that shit off the humble.
Yeah, then
nobody was paid.
Together.
They said that the Netflix people said nobody was paid.
Oh, wow. So she put it out there, and that put down
email wasn't nuts.
That email was crazy.
How about the fact of somebody walked in on her unconscious being violated the way that she was?
That's what they said.
So
she wasn't able to substantiate it.
Yeah, but
they're saying that
you could even see the emotion in her face. Like, even reading it is jarring, because a lot of people don't want to relive their trauma. Some people really throw it to the back of their minds and never want to think about it again. But the reality of it is, this painted a picture to show who he was. Like you said, we've been seeing this, but you can really see in perspective how what they call is like destiny swapping. How bad he wanted to be talented and in the spotlight. And, you know, it's like, okay, well, how can I be dancing all in the videos? It was wild. People joked about it, but it was kind of crazy. And if you really look at the performance where he did with Sting and Faith, and it was live, why are you dancing on the stage like that? Now, looking at it with these eyes,
it's crazy.
It looks ritualistic.
Yes, it's crazy. It's so crazy. Like there's so many things that really bugged me, but I think that taking it away from Diddy for 1 second, what else really pissed me off was those two jurors. Those two jurors.
What did they do specifically?
I think that
They said they was pick-me's or some shit like that.
And it wasn't even that. I think that to be an objective person and to vote or to have a say-so in a trial, you have to have an ability to have a nuanced idea of what is happening. Like, and if you can't see multiple sides of an equation and you're so stark on one side or the other, I think that you do a disservice to whomever you're judging in that moment. So like, you have this older man of whatever descent, obviously not American born, like he's obviously like migrated or whatever, and he has his own viewpoint, but it's just like, it was both of them. Like they both contributed too. And it's like, yeah, but then you have to also understand like the mental and emotional impact of abuse. You're just thinking about the physical, like, all right, we saw Cassie go through what she went through, but then the next day she was back. But then there is a mental and emotional impact of abuse that you don't have the nuance for. So you're just seeing this one way. And I think that that's fucked up.
But that's why they pick them.
I
Because remember, like
know.
the defense gets to pick their jurors, the prosecution
That's
gets
so-
to pick
it's
their
so
people,
nasty.
and they pick them based on how they think they can win, and that is messed up because they look at this person and they say, you know what, they're biased. We need this person because they're at least
have a
going to have a
question.
hung jury.
Yeah.
I have a question, and this is probably not gonna come off right. Obviously, I just say shit. Whatever.
Disclaimer.
Isn't it fair? Is it unfair to gather people from different walks of life that think differently and present the same facts and try to let everybody try to come to a common consensus?
Is
Because,
that unfair?
well, I think that's what they do when they have these different jurors from all these places. Like, yo, you're not part of the matrix. You're not part of the black community. You're not part of
Yeah.
the hip hop community. You're not young. You're not old. Everybody's not the same. And so you're able to put them all in a room and say, these are the facts. Y'all figure it out.
The problem is they didn't sequester the jury.
And that's crazy.
what
And
happens.
this day and age is insane. They were sequestering OJ, and you got people with the internet is in your pocket, and you don't sequester them.
They
You let them go
completely
home every
swayed
day.
every single day, having conversations about it.
Yep.
You know, that's the first thing.
Yeah,
But
that blew
I
my
believe
mind.
it should be all walks of life, and that's why you have all those different opinions. Because again, different perspectives. You could say something that alters me for the rest of my life, and vice versa.
Well, so then what's wrong with these two jurors being in there then?
For me, I don't know. I think that there is two things can be true. I understand the purpose of, but I can also see the disservice of. So here's an analogy, right? You have a black woman educator from urban environments, grew up in an urban like background, so understand certain things about children that come from that environment. And then you have a white teacher that works in an urban environment that only ever went to private school, only ever been around white people. You have two different perspectives of the children in front of you.
Right.
A boy can get upset and say to a black teacher, fuck out of here, suck my dick. She gonna be like, damn, that's crazy. That's mad disrespectful. Now I'm about to be on the phone with your mother because you're wilding out. Obviously, you have a problem. Same black kid to that white teacher. Fuck out of here, bitch. Suck my dick. Oh my God, it's sexual assault. He just
go to jail.
tried to sexually. He said something that was sexually like permissive, and it's like, but we understand. He wasn't taking it there. He was saying, bitch, fuck you. He wasn't saying, bitch, I want to fuck you. Like he wasn't saying, bitch, I want you to do something to me. And thinking of that analogy alone is the reason why I don't know if I agree, because a jury made up of more of that white woman than that black woman, you see things too differently. And now we're in control of a trajectory. Now we're labeling somebody something because you don't have the ability to see things from different sides, and you don't have the cultural capacity to understand what that means in our world. So I don't know where I land, but I know that it's a problem.
I understand what you're saying. When you say a jury of your peers, peer has to actually matter,
It has to matter.
right? And so the only
It's rough,
problem is,
yeah.
Yeah, it's
the only
tough.
problem- yeah, it's like even in that,
Because then
you
it
might have
sways.
a you, a me, a yesterday, a Chris. We all have our different experiences that hopefully would be able to be contributable to this thing.
Yeah.
But I might really look at life differently than you.
Yeah.
And yesterday might look at it differently than me.
But
and
then-
Chris might look at it differently than all of us. And we're still gonna have the same problem. At the end of the day is you can't really control the background of the person. You have to control how you put on the defense and how you put on your
And
on
it's
the
all a
prosecution.
game at the end of the day.
It is all
It is a game, but it's a game, and where this game is too impactful for the lives of the people that it touched, the lives congruently, I guess. And then also thinking of like the people in the future that are going to go back and look at this, like there should be a level of more. This is the problem I have with this country. We don't have no code. There is no universal code of morality. There's no universal code of right and wrong. And if there was one, then there are certain things like no matter what would not be able to be breached. Like there is no universal code. So like who's right, who's wrong, who could say this, who can't say that. That is going to fuck us up forever.
You're absolutely right. But again, this is when we see these things, and these are the things that we're upset about. Like one of my life goals, honestly, is I want to have my own town. You know, we're not focusing on our own communities, you know?
Yeah.
obviously we have, again, generational trauma because we had Black Wall Street and they burned it down.
Right.
We ain't our grandfathers, we aren't our grandmothers. You know what I'm saying? We build our own communities, our own Wakanda of sorts, find our land and teach and have that morality and have that code, then we're on a different playground,
It's not gonna happen.
It's not,
It's not
but
gonna
we, like, again,
Not-
it doesn't have to happen essentially in the masses. Let's be honest.
the
It's
masses,
dog
good
eat
question.
dog right
Yeah.
now.
Exactly.
But I can protect my communities. I can build my, my sectors and encourage my people to bring sectors. Obviously every millionaire and billionaire isn't going to make America great again. It's not going to happen. But we can build a space for ourselves where we feel safe and grow on that and protect that. Does it have to happen in the masses? No, but it can happen in
I
pockets.
just
How
think that
many
we're too
families
fucking
have?
comfortable.
I don't think that. I think that
We're too
the
comfortable.
definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over again and get a different result. We did that before, and as soon as we get once we get a little bit too aligned, once we get a little bit too together, they burn it down, they blow it up. So it's like
It's a threat.
At this point
a threat.
it's about self-preservation. Those of us that know what have happened in the past, it makes us reluctant to do something similar in the future because it can only be that or worse. We're fucked.
Going back to the Diddy thing.
It's true.
I want to ask a question, and it's about Diddy, but I want it to kind of transfer towards men particular. But I want to talk about Diddy for a second, right?
Okay.
The nigga took Albie Shaw's girl. Mm-hmm. He proceeds after that to go after someone he perceives to be Eric Sermon's girl. Mm-hmm. Then he goes and gets Ryan Leslie's girl. Mm-hmm. He leaves Ryan Leslie's girl. Well, he doesn't leave her, but he then goes after 50's girl. Suge Knight's girl is what started the East Coast, West Coast beef. Mm-hmm. The nigga even wound up going after his own son's girl.
Which is why I said he's
Lori
even grooming his own children.
He's a
What's
destiny
wrong?
swapper.
What is wrong with a person? Like, first of all, why would a person do that?
Envious behavior, narcissist behavior, proof of test of their own power. If I get this, then I'm proved that I'm that person. I'm untouchable. He had a God complex.
I just think that niggas ain't get beat up enough in life, and like that's really the problem. Like there's a lot of ass whoopings that he didn't get from the youth that will just put you in this limelight. There's no other way.
You really think an ass?
Or he had enough and was like, I'm gonna get power
Exactly.
and make everybody.
Exactly.
No, because
Exactly.
they even said that he wasn't a fighter, that he became a fighter, and like that's the whole thing.
Yeah,
like
but
you ain't get
beat
your
up
ass
enough
whooped.
and you want to acquire power so it don't happen again. And any power,
That's why a lot of police officers are abusive because they
Exactly.
come
But-
from a place where they were bullied and they're like, I'm gonna show you. It's trauma.
But he was more so bullied by his mother than other people, and then it's the mommy issues. That's where these things always stem, if you ask me.
Needing
It start
to
from your
take
mother.
power when I didn't have any.
They said his moms used to be up on his ass.
I believe it.
I believe it too. Because even like there is a way to honor and respect your parents when you grow up and you become successful that don't have them tethered to your side. I always felt it weird that she was always like, I shouldn't know your mother as well as I know you. Like,
we don't
that's
know
weird.
moms as well.
But you understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about like just
She did look
from
like
a
Lil'
from a
Kim and
child
Mary J though.
from a child point of view, right?
did.
Rock.
Thinking about Misa, she looked just like
She
Misa.
look just like them.
Yeah,
Why you ain't look like a mom somewhere? Like you really like blonde haired out and
you at all like you just like your son. You in all the videos,
she on the
all the
videos.
award
Where
shows.
you got it from?
Like you ain't got nothing else to do
do you? I've seen this behavior with other men. Now Drake does it.
with his mama. You just trying to piss yesterday off.
No, I'm serious.
listening, son.
No, I'm serious. Goes after niggas' girls. Like talks about going after niggas' girls. Am I wrong yesterday? Like, come on.
Yeah, but
And gives them validation.
What is that about men that didn't have that wind up coming up later on and saying, I know what I'm gonna do to this nigga. I'm gonna take his girl. I'm gonna fuck his girl. I'm gonna fly his girl out. Like the nigga Diddy tried to get $50,000 to pay the girl or something.
Get her a
like,
necklace.
to get her something
Yeah,
because she was Suge Knight's girl. Like, what is that, bro?
it's weird
Not even his
shit.
main girl, like his
Some
side
chick
girl
from Atlanta.
from,
Just some
in that
chick.
town.
Like
His
just
girl
my
in that
this
town.
my Atlanta girl, and you
Yeah.
just it. supreme dick riding. I don't know. Like what you like. I don't know what you want me to say. That's
he
weird.
didn't
It's
go to the
weird.
therapist for it, but the reality of it is, it's basic narcissistic tendencies and validation. It validates him knowing that he can do it, and when people tell him no, I'm gonna show you.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah. And what I really learned from the doc was that because he didn't have the musical talent, he used all of the other stuff. No, I'm being serious. Like,
I know.
Yeah.
You know, like he used all of the other power and the executive power that he got to kind of like switch the roles. So although he didn't have the ability, he was able to put himself over everybody and kind of absorb all of the capital, the cachet, and everything that came with all of the work that everybody else did, but just able to put himself as a front man.
Be everything that else they
He
weren't.
really did. He really wanted it, and Chrys was absolutely right. Yo, that nigga, or I don't know, Chrys died. That nigga really wanted that. Destiny swapping is
Destiny
what you said.
swapping.
He really wanted that shit, bro.
And he made sure.
And that's so crazy.
He sounded bad. That clip, I can't unsee it. I was like, no way. I mean, we knew he wasn't the best rapper, but I didn't know he
he
tried
sound
so
horrible.
hard
He
to
sound
not
horrible.
be the best rapper. I just thought he was playing
I
on the mic.
remember what we know of him now that's bad. There's worse out there. There was songs that he came on maybe 5 years before that or whatever. He was trying to rap with Biggie or whatever, and he sounds horrible. It's crazy. And you like, that's Puff, right? What the hell was I gonna say? The fans.
We accepted him.
To this
because we
day,
put it
no,
together.
fuck that. You go into the comments right now, or you go on,
Oh, they going in.
they still love him. They still try to protect him. They broke down, you know, Capricorn Clark? I used to work with Capricorn Clark. I didn't even realize it because I'd never heard her name, Capricorn Clark. She was just Cap. Right? When we worked on I Want to Work for Diddy, and she was always the showrunner, or like, you know, she
They
was,
explained that
right?
part deep, too.
And she loved Diddy. She loved Bad Boy. She loved her job. She loved her life. Now, this is 2008, 2009, I want to say that I worked over there. It was a great life. But now the allegations of whatever they went through happened 2011, 2000. I'm like, yo, I didn't know who that woman was, and they was discrediting the shit out of her. They, oh, no, right.
Which
You
is
said something
crazy.
So interesting, sorry.
But very quickly, when I go and look back at who this woman was, there's no way she's lying. There's no way a woman that was that dedicated to this shit turns around and has all of these horror stories. No, that happened.
You're right.
Me knowing this woman, I've been around this woman for a year or change, like every day. No.
You know the energy.
There's no way that she just turns around and just, or makes up all of this shit. Everything that woman said, I believe. 1,000%.
I hate the fact that juror was discrediting the fact that she was kidnapped. Like
1,000%.
that shit makes mad sense to me. Like a kidnapping is a kidnapping. Like anything that's done under duress, and the fact that she's saying like I was kidnapped to go do an attempted murder.
1,000%.
And y'all like she recalled too much from something that happened so many years ago. And this is that nuanced
of 2
shit.
days.
Yes. That's the nuanced shit that I'm talking about. Because one thing that we understand about trauma, the person that's traumatized is going to remember things to a certain degree. Like if I'm not traumatized by that day, I don't remember shit that you remember. But because you were traumatized, these are things that you've probably replayed in your mind over and over and over for years,
Burned in
which
your
is
brain.
why the details are still the same. But you don't understand the nuance of trauma the same way you don't understand the nuance of emotional trauma or mental trauma. You definitely don't understand the understanding of why she was able to recall something that really fucking traumatized her. And you're discrediting her and said that she lacked credibility because you're not traumatized by that. So you can't
And
understand.
She even brought up the Central Park shit. Don't forget the London was right
Yep.
there. Bad Boy was right there, bro. We've been in Central Park with them. That's where we would go. We even did an episode of I Want to Work for Diddy running through Central Park. So when she's like, yo, he took me around over there to Central Park and said that, it's believable.
Oh, yeah.
For people that understand.
She
It's
said something
believable.
So poignant because again, everybody did have a good time at one point with Diddy. They took on what they could get from it, the access, the living out your dream, and a lot of them did trade the fame over money. But she said something like they were the team that fed the good parts of the wolf. You know, they gave him the good food, the good energy to get the good back, right?
Yeah.
And then they were also mentioning with KK, which obviously she didn't want to talk to them and deny the allegations. She was the person that essentially fed the bad parts
side,
of it, which made him wild, because that's the difference. When you have your entourage around you and how people pick them, they pick them based on what they allow you to get away with. They create this bubble of influence. Like, yeah, you right, Puff, you right. Yeah, that ain't a problem, Puff. A set of people that are going to keep you accountable. Like, nah, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But if you feed the right beast, that's the version you're going to get out. So all was good until it wasn't.
Terrifying.
Absolutely. He definitely is the modern day mobster, you know, black mafia.
Yeah.
That's the way he tried to
We
do
thought
it.
Suge was for real.
No, dead ass.
Suge was saying that for years.
No, dead ass.
1000%.
That's exact. Yes.
He's the bad guy.
Not saying that Suge wasn't, but
But Suge still had a code though.
the nigga killed Suge Man in front of him.
Yo, that was
That shit
And looked
blew
at him.
my mind. And looked at.
That was something
How
that
I
I
look
didn't
you in the
know.
eyes and I'm shooting you?
Yo, that's
And that's not the first
diabolical.
time I heard that story. I heard that story from somebody else.
I had never
Diabolical.
heard that before.
I never heard that
Literally
story before
from
either.
Somebody else. I swear to God, heard that story from somebody else. I never thought that it would come out on
Yeah.
this, like when I would see it on a docu.
But when
I
you
heard
saw
that
it, you
story,
was like,
get
oh,
the fuck out of
shit.
here. This
So
is what they was talking about.
Oh, like this shit is real. Like,
Yeah.
This shit is real. Like,
Bro, because
you got real niggas that was there telling the same story that I done heard.
Yeah.
But then that all makes sense when you go back to the whole beef, because you know when you're thinking about it, you know how it's portrayed when it's like it's just the music portion, and you're like, but all of the other little intricate shit. And to me, the most jarring part, oh, I sound crazy.
Come on.
It was when they was playing. It was like one of them old docs that Diddy was doing, and he was talking about how it was a big idea to stay in Cali and all of that.
Yeah, and niggas is like, that's not
And
true.
the dude was like, yo, nah. He's like, yo, Big was trying to, we had it set up. We was supposed to go to the UK. We was supposed to be one of the first bad boy artists to do UK press. And the day of, Diddy called, shut everything down. And I just thought that was so interesting because one, I had never heard that before. Obviously, I've heard the setup of.
I have.
Like, I've never heard that. Like, those are the things that was supposed to happen after the fact. Like, LA stop and then out the country, which would make sense, right? But
Yeah.
I have heard that Big was enjoying his time out there. Didn't want to go at first, but was enjoying himself once he was out there, and it was kind of love. It was still love. I don't know what's facts, but I have heard that Big was enjoying. Once he was out there, it was cool, but I don't know. I'm not connected.
You know, here's my thing. The Diddy documentary, off the back of that stupid shit that Joel said, off the back of all the stupid shit that Fab and Jim keep saying on camera, I'm really trying to understand like what about this culture I love so much, because the people that I looked up to at a point are fucking
What
stupid.
did Fab and Jim say?
These niggas can't pronounce words correctly. They on the fucking these pods. I just keep seeing
Everybody
clips of
getting
them.
a mic.
Everybody, all of my New York heroes. I'm just like, yo, why were you
love
my
that
New
new
York
show.
hero? These niggas are stupid. And you know how I feel about stupidity, and especially there's certain
think
types of
they're
people that can't be
entertaining.
dumb. You think that? So you
think they're
think Jewels went on there and said that the youth don't know how to read? They don't need to know how to read is not important. You thought that was entertainment?
Oh no, I didn't. I never.
It gets to a point where when you're saying things that are ultimately hurting the community, and
Yeah.
you're not responsible for the words and the message you're putting out at this big old age,
Yeah,
it's dangerous.
exactly.
You know, it's different than, you know, when a 16-year-old got things to say. You
Hello.
know, they just wilding out, figuring out their frontal lobe hasn't even developed. But when we're getting on this mic and we're saying irresponsible things, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I realized I'm a full adult because I'm calm. Like, I don't say things. I'm not reactionary, because the reality of it is what you can say or tell someone, they'll take themselves out, you know, and you have to feel some type of responsibility to the people that are listening to
I
an
don't think
extent.
that's fair. I don't. You know what I think? I don't think that's.
Oh
fair.
yeah, this is they
Because
was arguing over words like lineage. Why
I
don't
think
y'all
it's
know that
fair
means?
that we even think about what Joel Santana is doing to our kids. Like,
Well, yeah, we're not going
he's
to drive it
just an
that
entertainer.
deep with him. What
that he's
saying.
not important enough for me to worry about that. We should have instilled enough into our own children where they're not just taking this leadership from random niggas with no teeth.
They shouldn't be
with a
worshiping
bandana
false
on his
idols.
head. We should not be. They should not be the person who makes or break whether your kid lives a certain way or not.
But you also have to understand, right? And this is what I'm saying about stupidity and how stupidity festers. The Joel Santana fans, because they still exist. The men that's like, yeah, you know what? He's right. These kids don't need this shit. They have kids. And then they gonna go to somebody's school and say, it's not even that important that they don't understand how to do dot, 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 dot. Because in their head, they know that they can't read. Now somebody that I looked up to just said that these kids don't need to know how to read because they can have AI read for them and they can have Google read for them. It's not that serious. You can have Audible read them a book and they can understand like that.
Joel knows how to read?
And this is what I'm saying. And this is
I will say this.
I
will say this though. You know what I'm saying? We are definitely living in the times where you can't save everybody. And some people are going to be left behind.
A
And
lot
I'm
of
gonna
people
be
about
honest
to
with
get
you,
left behind.
We're looking at a good high 90s and up percent of people just being stupid. And let me tell you something. If you're not part of that percentage and you're not successful, that's your fault right now because the playing field is open. People are showing
is
their
open.
asses. People are being stupid. People are showing the gaps in which you can succeed. And you have to be able to look at that. Some people are going to be left behind.
A lot of people.
Just is what it is. And it is up to us to enrich our circles and hope that
Exactly.
they go ahead and do that, like putting roots down.
I
We really have to
1000%
start
believe that.
building
We
our own militias.
We should be able to say, look at certain people and be like, ha, that's funny, but you know that's ignorance and
Entertainment.
dumb and entertainment, and you leave it there.
And not truth.
Versus, right, the reality of the world that you live in, your children should be able to, should know that. And that's
they
your
big old age,
responsibility.
if they still want to be
and the schools that
entertainers.
you're putting them in, that's their response. That's your responsibility. And that schools, like, and the people that you have them around, the children that you have them around, the parents of the children that you have them around, that's your responsibility.
But we
to
also
curate.
know they kids is fine. They might be perpetuating all this stuff the way that the girls perpetuate sex and all that other stuff. But the reality of it is behind closed doors, they not living the life that they talking about. You know, they kids is going to good schools and getting good educations and et cetera, et cetera. But they just, again, leveling the playing field between everybody
That's a
else.
fact.
That shit is
So
horrible.
it's a long game. It's horrible, but
Ain't
we
no-
got to be able to.
His kid went to school with my kid, and it wasn't around here. We both from around here. Our kids did not go to school around here. I would go to the PTA, and Mano would be there, and I'd be looking like, oh yeah, he got her out of here too. Yeah,
As you
So
should.
what she's saying-
As a parent, you should. But I'm thinking about how we've had several conversations on this platform when you say, like, you don't like how we separate the niggas from the black people and how, like, we treat
I don't like the black people that separate the niggas from the black people.
Yes, but we are black people
also
and we're
don't like
talking about exactly. So what I'm saying is right now there is a battle between
What you
a battle. I like to say
I like it.
I like what I say. I still like to say battle because it's an inside joke. But anyway, I say it all the time. Battle.
That's peace.
But it is a battle between those of us that want better and want more and those of us that don't understand that there is more to be had. And those people are outnumbering the others. When we think about comment sections, like we mentioned a minute ago, I tell you all the time, the reason why I stay out the comment sections is because the most terrifying part about it to me is I understand that people that are saying shit this stupid, these people are voters. And that shit terrifies me. There are more stupid people walking around here and feeding stupidity with other stupidity that to me it's too dangerous to even joke
I agree with you.
about it. Because some people don't get that it's a joke.
We're getting mob mentality at the worst scale that I've ever seen in my current existence. as an
Hello.
adult. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna say this because sometimes I'm on Threads and I commented on somebody complaining about a delivery driver. Common sense, like, okay, well, yeah, he threw it in the bushes. Okay, short. He could have left it at the garage.
Yeah.
You know, nobody has to deliver through dog. Straightforward. Let me tell you something. I had 600 people cursing me out, calling me an entitled bitch, fucking a thought, a hoe, a 403, that you don't know anything about the union delivery drivers. You fucking stupid bitch, go get the package yourself. And I'm just like 72,000 views of people just ripping me to shreds. And I had to read it again. I was like, wait, did I say something? And I'm like, and then I read the original post and I looked at the video and I'm just like, so we're in a place where we can't read perspective or see other points of view.
Nope,
It's
never.
just, I hate you and everything you represent. And that's scary because the reality of it is this is why we're seeing people not helping women when things go down, taking out a camera, filming things, watching murderers. We have lost all complete sense, empathy, human compassion, and it's coming from our administration, our government, showing that they don't care. We're on survival mode and idiocy, which is a very, very dangerous place to be. And in my adult life, I'm just like, yo, who's coming to save us?
Yeah.
Oh, so now you know how it felt.
Exactly. I brought it back. You like that?
What's the
Come on,
which
full
one is
circle.
really the worst generation now with these motherfuckers or then? Because shit, we helped women and children back then.
Exactly. There's literally, it's a war going on out here and people are fighting their demons and with zero accountability, no type of code whatsoever. And it's getting, and no money. And there's almost no middle class.
There was a family, I don't know if this was, there was a family that the youngins took out a PPP loan, right? When the money ran out, they wound up getting their hand on the deed to their mom's house, signed it over and sold it. And she was still living there.
Wow. Yeah.
What's the question you want to ask?
That's
the
not
question.
shit that we was doing back then.
And I'm
You respected your family, your elders, you upheld
We
the
kept
house.
it away from them.
you want to, and this is
Y'all
what
was in the basement.
Here's what I'm gonna say about that.
What?
Because your generation was the last generation of real parents. And
No.
I think that y'all a problem still.
How was we the last generation? I only had a mom. My dad was around, but not around.
You're old enough to be my dad.
Okay.
So what I'm saying to you is, if you were my dad, your generation was the last generation to bring up the people like me. A lot of us didn't have real parents. So then we have kids, and these are the kids that are doing all the stupid shit. The YNs and shit is coming from my generation's kids. We were taught by y'all. It's still y'all fault.
No, but I'm telling you, I didn't have a dad either. So
Exactly.
you can't just say it was just us. We're the fault
Your
of the fault.
generation is the
same way
weird
you're
one that
the one
fucked all
saying
of
that
us
it's
up.
our fault. I'm able to push that past as to when it actually started. It started before us.
Who started it? I'm here to point the finger.
Our parents started before us.
So what's
and then
that,
We found
Gen X?
college.
The boomers?
We found college. We took ownership. We created hip hop. We started becoming more entrepreneurs. Like that shit happened in my generation where the repair started. But you can't just repair COINTEL and the crime bill and all that shit in one generation. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to do all of that.
Generation.
It just kept leaking down. So at the end of the day, is though, all I'm saying is we ain't doing what y'all created. Whatever y'all had going, and the only reason
But there is no more.
because you try to point it at us.
I am. I'm gonna keep
and
doing
y'all
it.
niggas is nuts. Y'all out here robbing old people. Y'all pushing old people in the house. Locking them in closets,
36-year-olds are not
killing
doing
them.
that.
I will
You're
say
talking
this,
about
right?
teenagers.
There's the millennial-ish generation and before that's aging at a slower rate than the grandparents and parents, right? So the reality of it is when you figured out the key to life was keep living, there was a responsibility that was dropped from the generation that we're speaking of, because the reality of it is there were OGs.
Yeah, we don't.
When you guys decided that, oh nah, I'm still lit and
I'm
gonna just
still
keep
lit.
going.
Hello.
There was no responsibility taken on to be the OGs of the
she
current
smoked that.
community.
Oh, nah.
So the reality of it is these YNs is running around because it was no existence of what an OG is. To them, an OG is a cornball because not for nothing, if you really speak to them and ask them, yo, like why y'all trying to do everything like opposite and aggression, they will literally tell you it's like, yo, y'all still in our space and you ain't supposed to be here. Y'all fucking our bitches.
Yep.
You spending money at parties that we ain't even come up into the money yet because y'all got it and y'all still at the age where the fucking
Smoked y'all.
the pool is everybody.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And you not teaching because they technically are supposed to be y'all replacements, but y'all not done yet.
Yep.
So it's
Niggas
not
gotta
the
sit the fuck down.
parentification that's missing. The reality of it is we figured out how to live our lives to the fullest, but we was like, yeah, well, we not done, shorty. So sit this one out. So now they like, I heard you. Watch this.
And
But
if you
destroy
don't,
everything you built.
But if you don't have an OG, right? And I think that that's also really important because growing up, we always had.
bad.
Yeah, she smoked shit. I told y'all, it's y'all niggas. When you was growing up, we always had older people that we looked up to. These niggas is looking up to niggas they same age. How you in your 20s and your OG is NBA YoungBoy? That's not your OG. Who do you look up to? Like, who's that? You're talking about lateral. You looking across the room at that nigga. What happened? I could tell you what happened. I could bring it back to a couple episodes ago and round this shit and tighten this shit up in a bow if you want me to, because as I said previously, y'all niggas is clowns and don't want to grow the fuck up. Y'all gotta grow up. Y'all niggas want to keep playing. Y'all want to be able to play the field and play, and you don't want to grow up. You don't want to lock in and be the family guy. Y'all niggas is 40 years old. Go sit down. Go put on the slides that with the open toes. Go stand in front of the grill and go be the nigga you supposed to be. No,
Slides with the socks.
y'all don't want to do that. Nobody wants to be where they supposed to be, and it's mostly you men. Because I'm not even gonna hold you. The women my age, we still outside, but we not outside with the young bitches. We avoid them at all costs. We're on the rooftop bars and listening to R&B music, drinking espresso martini, and y'all niggas got on chains in the club popping bottles at 40. Hello.
Yo, why
But I
are you
digress.
so weak over there?
I digress.
Why are you over here gagging? What's wrong? This ain't about me. I hope you ain't over there. Because I went to one party and I said, I do not belong here. I'm going my old ass home. Okay? That's a fact, nigga. What do you mean? I grill. What are you talking about?
These young niggas don't know how to grill no more. Niggas is losing recipes for real. They don't be throwing the football in the street with the
Well, why
youngest
is
no
that?
more.
Yo, that's crazy that you said that, bro. This is
it's
the
a
first
perspective.
generation where we wear the same clothes as the kids,
Nasty.
listen to the same music as the
Fucking the same
kids.
bitches.
Nasty.
Niggas is going to the same concerts as the
Keep
kids.
point. Say it again for the
Fucking the
niggas
same-
in the
The
back.
same bitches.
Well, it's
Why
not the
y'all
first
taking
generation.
these young men
This not the
bitches?
first
Because y'all money is
generation.
established. You eradicated them.
Wow.
You
Definitely.
can afford them.
A-Town
So these
fucked
girls
them.
was like, oh wait, I don't have to go through the suffrage.
Yeah.
I can skip that
Nah,
part.
I'm gonna deal with your
And then
dad.
y'all mad at the monsters y'all
I'm gonna
created in
fuck your
women.
dad.
Fuck with your dad.
And then you're mad at the monsters that you created in women. Y'all did this.
Whoa.
Not you.
Whoa.
Nah,
no,
not you.
not that. How would we, the monster? Oh, because
Because the thing about it is because, again, the natural progression of things, and because, again, you're still out there, and again, the youth concept, the reality is because you're fucking the same bitches, the dudes that's just coming up and established can't even obtain them because y'all are spending money. Y'all have y'all careers and your money in order and have the looks and have everything. So you basically X them niggas out. YNs is mad. Because they can't, now they got to do the most to get up there to meet y'all level, to compete, to even have access to the same women that feel like they can skip a level because I don't have to go through the suffrage. I can just go with this nigga. He looked the same as this 23-year-old, but he just got it.
And look better.
And he got a
And look better.
podcast.
And he got a
your
podcast
swag.
too. It's crazy. Look
You know
at
what I'm
this nigga.
saying? You got your tags. It's
Yo,
lit.
why
You got
you
a nice
doing
car.
why are you over? You supposed to be my family.
Now the YN ain't been taught, and he poor.
And he poor. Niggas is not
you
trying to
fucking his
take them
bitch.
up under their wings.
Infrastructure and funding.
Niggas is dapping up the YNs just to take their bitches. Y'all nasty.
Word.
Salute, gang.
We losing
Because,
recipes.
but back to the Diddy thing, the whole Cassie thing. She was 19 years old when she met him.
Crazy.
And Ryan Leslie with her before that, and he's 8 years older than her. Which means when
Crazy.
he got her when she was 17, 18 years old, he was a full 26-year-old fucking an 18-year-old, and Diddy took a 19-year-old from her. So she got caught up in the life because of, again,
Men.
no OGs. Nobody was protecting her.
Yuck.
It's like,
But where was her dad though?
why'd her dad let her go?
But to be
Where was
honest,
her dad?
Her dad was in her life.
So
I
they
don't know what
got the perks
he
as well.
protested the Ryan Leslie thing or not.
But then also that when we talk about generational things, you might not see that as a problem if you don't have that generational nuance and that lens on. Because I remember being in high school and having friends who boyfriends was 20, 21, 22, and that was normal.
It made you.
It was very
grown.
normal.
Also, remember when she was with Ryan Leslie, she was already on her way because she already had the records.
She did.
At some point, her parents had seen some type of success. So even if they didn't agree, it was kind of like
They didn't understand. They thought she was being protected.
right. You know what I'm saying? So it's appearing a certain way, but
Listen, man, it's nasty work out here in these streets, and I think my biggest issue is I don't think the youth have much of anything to look up to, so they're not performing in the way that they should be at the age that they are with all of the information that they have at their fingertips. There's more kids walking around here nowadays, and you ask them what they want to be when they grow up, and they say, I don't know, than I've ever seen before in my life.
Because you can't say the president anymore.
it's a very
Who do y'all want to, like, what do y'all, but then if you don't have a goal and an aspiration, school means nothing to you.
Absolutely.
You're just here. So you're not taking none of this shit seriously. You here for shits and giggles. You here to fuck shit up every day and going about your business because you don't have a future in your own mind.
Yeah.
And you can tell the difference between those, the haves and the have-nots is the widest shit that I've ever seen. And it's very sad to see.
No, absolutely. There's no direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, the reality of it is, it's like giving someone the internet for the first time and telling them to Google. Google what?
Google what?
How? Where? When? Why? You
Yeah.
know, there is, again, and that's our responsibility. And I think that's dope that there are people in this space that have an opinion, have something to say, can tie these stories together, because we need to be teaching and putting this out. And again, we're in an age where everybody has a microphone and they're absorbing all this different information from all these people. That's what we talk about responsibility. Maybe we don't need to be looking up to these celebrities as idols.
No.
But someone has to step up and stay on the plane where things can be taught and heard. Because again, you never know whose trajectory you're changing.
Yeah.
Because again, back to what you said, you don't know what you don't know. So if you don't know what you could be, how could you have access to it? I remember leaving high school and not even knowing that I can like really get into radio and go in that whole path. And when I found out, I was like, why nobody told me? Like, I didn't know that was my calling.
Yeah.
You know, and it's messed up. So you're 100% right. Education doesn't mean anything if we're not passing anything on for them to be inspired by.
Yeah, and then a lot of kids are raised by the parents. Their parents were of that generation of people that did not value education either. So it's like, oh, y'all think y'all know everything, but this is not right. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you didn't even pass civics in high school. Like, you was the bitch. You had civics first period, and you ain't get to school the third period every day, but you went here and you got mad opinions and shit. You forget that part, and now you raising who? It's like it's very sick and sad out here, and I'm ready to live in a bubble.
It just goes so deep, because when you really start getting upset about it and thinking about it, and you start pulling back the layers of the onion, you really start to see how systematic it is, right?
nasty.
When it really comes to even tax time, the people that get the biggest tax refunds are the ones that don't work, that
no
have
money.
4 and
Yep.
5 kids, that live, and you wonder, like, how are you only making $11,000 for the year? Why? Because I have Section 8, I get food stamps, I have Medicaid, I get a $12,000 refund check
Every year.
you know,
Crazy.
And as long as I keep a child under 18, I'm straight. But again, it's like, we all have opinions of that, right? But the reality of it is, when you really think about it, because when I was working in Red Hook and I had that office in Red Hook, I didn't really understand. I just had a thought of what I thought people lived like, right? But then when they come into the office and you really see like the financial literacy isn't there, and you're talking, I'm like, no, you know, you can do this and you can get this paperwork to start a business, and how easy it is. Their eyes light up, because you can see that no one has ever had a conversation with them about finances and treating them based on how you see them or you view them as, quote unquote, like living off the system. How? It's an entire neighborhood that has taught these thousands of people to only stay here. And if you leave here, what's the next thing? There is no middle class. Then you have $3,000 rent, $400 travel. You have to buy your food. There's no way for them. There's not a real bridge of education and a real bridge of rehabilitation to get them from point A to point B, because you're also eradicating the middle class as we speak.
Child.
So all these things tie together, and it's
You're
unfortunate.
eradicating the middle class.
And the middle class doesn't exist. We all poor.
There's no, because
I
as
told you that last
the gap
week. You
is
said
getting,
no, you're not.
You know,
gap
I
is
was
getting
Gina.
wider and wider. The gap is getting wider and wider.
Yeah.
Rent is getting astronomically unaffordable, but there is no real income difference. Customer service is going out of business. People don't have extra money to spend because they're just surviving, not knowing if you're going to have medical coverage, not knowing where you're going to get your food. I'm talking about a Subway sandwich 6-inch is $12 now. Make that make sense, you know? And if that's $12 and people are still working for $16 an hour, you had to work almost an hour to afford to eat.
Sandwich.
Yep.
So when you really put it in perspective, it's constant quicksand, you know, and then the rents go up every time you renew the lease, 10%. And then there's no cap, and now you're priced out, but you can't even afford to move because it costs $10,000 to move.
Damn sure do.
So when I say they're eradicating the middle class, like we know that there is what's left of it, but a house 20 years ago was capped at $250,000, $300,000. Now you're looking at $400,000, $500,000 for a house.
For a fixer-upper.
A house in the slums is $200,000. Like, you're literally basically, and when you do that, that's when you control the minds of the people. You get them hooked on a system in which they say, okay, well, you know what? I have no choice but to go along with this. But then again, you have the other side that hates them for not having a choice. But yet we won't share the information. We won't bridge the gap. We won't build our own communities. We're just consistently judging each other, which is why the Willie Lynch letter is very prevalent. How to make a slave.
Yeah.
It's there. If you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it.
Hello.
Jesus, you came hungry.
You know, I had my coffee.
This shit.
I love that.
The coffee kicked the fuck.
in.
God damn. I'm about to give me something to eat. Shit. We're at what, 1:15 now? Mm-hmm. Guess it's time to take a break.
Yeah, let's do it.
Y'all already know. Go over the part. Yo, I got beat up so bad and they weren't even talking to me, but I'm tired. Like, I want to go take a nap. They was just bouncing me around. This nigga's over there laughing, watching me just get punted. Like, she was like, boop. God came around like, yeah, boop. Your generation,
You're
boop.
on your own.
You niggas, boop.
Sick of them.
I need to go just relax for a second. Come on over to Patreon at So Shameless patreon.com/So Shameless Podcast to hear the rest of the ass whooping. Okay? And part two of this week's episode.
God.
Titled, You Don't Know What You Don't Know. Featuring Chris Childs, Miss Dondra Bell, and Wayne whack-ass 40, 50-year-old niggas that don't know when to get out the fucking game. We'll be back in a second. So Shameless.
Yo. You know how I knew it was something wrong with your generation?
What's that?
When y'all watch that man tell them children to walk to Junior's to get a cheesecake, and y'all whole generation thought that was the funniest shit in the world. That was abuse.
Why?
That's mad abusive.
A couple blocks?
A couple of blocks. Why they couldn't just get on the train?
It wasn't a couple blocks.
You forced them to walk.
60 blocks.
No, that wasn't.
Couple blocks. Didn't they go over a bridge?
55th Street?
What are you doing?
Didn't they go over a bridge?
Yeah, they had to walk over the Brooklyn Bridge.
And you know when you get off the Brooklyn Bridge, you
What
gotta
was the
walk
weather
through
that
two-
day?
And they had to. It was
20
fall.
degrees.
Oh, okay.
So it was fall, early winter.
No, it was brick.
It was brick outside, and
great TV.
and they
He
had
told
to
them
rap.
specifically that they
Great
couldn't
TV.
take the train.
Yeah,
No train, no cab,
the
no bus.
cameramen had to go with them.
It was great TV.
They had to walk with them.
It's not no different
I
than
love
Top
that
Model.
show, so I watched every
Tyra
minute.
was calling everybody fat.
yo, yeah, son.
I don't see the
Different
problem.
time. It's a different time.
I don't see the problem. That was premium television.
Remember when they told that girl, you look like a crackhead?
All right, that was bad.
TV was wild when they
It
first
was
started
wild.
reality.
Exactly.
Nah, Mrs. J
It got
did.
too real.
Mrs. J did say that she looked like a crackhead, but her eyes was open. She was.
And they traumatized
kinda
women
did.
by cutting off their hair.
She kind of did.
They was wilding
Yeah, but they only did it to certain women.
to humble them.
Yo,
Plus size
It was
women.
trauma.
nasty. Oh,
We
nah.
witnessed a
Remember,
lot of trauma on TV.
they used to
That's
say
why
that
there
Takara was
empathy.
plus size. Nah, this shit's fucked up.
They always, yo, I always, you know, this is, you know, this
Come
is when
on.
I knew. This is when I knew that there was something going on.
That you like the thickums.
Because I used to watch Top Model with my mom, and I used to be like, yo, why do they always find a reason to cut the big girls? Like, they always find some reason. And that's when I knew something was wrong. That's when I knew the culture was not good.
It just a light
Oh,
bulb.
there's something wrong with the culture.
That's when I knew.
I heard.
And when you look at her now
please.
with today's lens, you're looking at her like
She looked mad regular.
She was actually kind of skinny.
Yeah. She
You
looks
know?
mad
She
regular.
was.
I was looking at her. I was
Body
looking at Buffy the
positivity.
Body the other day. I was like, yo, these women look regular. So it's
With the
weird
prevalence of surgery. Now it's
has
just,
made them everybody kind of look like that.
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying?
Everything is skewed.
That's the prototype.
Thinking about Pinky back in the day.
Yeah.
the prototype.
Everybody looked like her. Like the whole Atlanta looked like old Pinky. That was hate?
How should we do this?
Was that hate? I didn't mean it.
How are we starting this episode off?
It's accurate.
Oh, God.
I know what I want to do.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I want to bring it to the ghetto a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, God.
All right, we was
Because you
up
haven't had
high.
enough.
Nigga
Because
said,
you haven't had enough.
yeah.
No, let's bring it to the-
Said we in the hood now, baby.
I'm not sure how I want to start. Let me see.
Okay.
Study shows women earning over 100,000 are choosing to stay single rather than settle, prioritizing emotional peace over relationship pressure.
Oh,
The
how
caption
much?
is,
Over 100,000.
That's
listen, who am I to talk?
money.
Study shows higher earning women weigh emotional costs of relationships more heavily than social pressure to be partnered. Women who earn more than 100,000 a year are increasingly choosing to stay single rather than settle into relationships that bring stress, emotional labor, or instability. Researchers say the shift isn't about women not needing a man, it's about choosing emotional peace and independence over relationships that don't add value. For many, being single provides control over their time, space, finances, and nervous system. They're not avoiding love, they're avoiding chaos, overgiving, and being placed in a caretaker role. The study also noted that when women do choose relationships, they prioritize emotional maturity, communication, and psychological safety over financial support or status.
Yes.
Yeah. Because if I'm the breadwinner, why would I have a nigga that make less than me come in here and like rattling my piece? Get the fuck out of here.
Wait, is
I
that
didn't
what,
say anything about breadwinning.
where did that come from? What
You
just
said
happened?
it said women that make over $100,000, and we know that men are mostly poor.
When
Hello,
do we know that?
We've
How-
had
what?
this conversation already.
Damn.
What the fuck?
We've already had this
Even your
conversation.
counterpart is in here like,
These
hear that
niggas be
part.
poor.
Why we can't just talk about the women without talking about the niggas? We just talking about
we
the
talking about
decisions they're making.
relationships.
We're talking about the decisions that women are making once they're making a certain amount of money.
Because
And
a broke
also
nigga never
not-
gonna talk
But
to
I
me
just
crazy.
feel like that was a
Dog.
complete sentence. You said every reason why. I didn't
Yeah.
even like. It was like true. Buzzer.
I'm sorry, I'm looking.
Let's
for
talk
something.
about the fact that $100,000 isn't even enough to live or survive anymore.
Not in New York.
In New York, Miami, Cali,
cities.
the
Main
main
cities.
cities. So let's break that down. But everything you said was true. People are prioritizing peace. Who wants to live in chaos? And you don't want to sleep next to someone that can kill you because of jealousy. So peace.
I thought men have been doing this since the beginning of time.
Doing what?
Prioritizing peace.
They're like bachelors. They make enough
Yeah.
money. They don't need to be in a relationship.
I thought
They
we
just
wasn't
go
talking about men.
Yeah, but you guys been doing it since the beginning
When I
of time
say
because
it.
you actually
Fine.
could. There were laws that didn't allow women to have their own and things of
Mm-hmm.
that nature, and then women had to find their footing, and then ultimately not be male centered because you grew up generation to generation. They want you to be male centered. All the movies are about being male centered. So
Mm-hmm.
the point is that we're prioritizing peace because if you're on a perpetual or the biological clock, I need to get married, I need to have kids, how are you going to feed them in this economy?
Right.
You know, but it's just choosing quality of life. I think it was a complete sentence or paragraph.
You agree?
Sure.
They say it's not about men.
It's
It's
not.
not about not needing men.
It's not. Like you
That
can
says
be
a
with
lot
someone.
to me about the women that don't make the buck.
What you mean?
Because if once you have the money, which is what they're saying, now you're prioritizing peace. Now you're prioritizing yourself than the other. That means under the buck, you aren't. And you're saying that I need men to keep me alive.
Well, essentially, yes, but let's talk about it. Saying
Essentially, yes
I'm not
is a state- is a full
prioritizing peace
sentence.
doesn't mean that I'm
Shut
not
up.
having a boyfriend or a man or a husband. It just means that I'm no longer settling for something that brings me chaos. I could be perfectly partnered up with someone who doesn't bring me chaos and brings me peace.
Are
That's still
choosing
me
to stay
prioritizing.
single, Chris.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Are choosing to stay single.
Well, it's a choice.
You can't listen.
You're right.
Full sentence is what you said. Yes. Over a buck, once I don't need the money, I don't need the nigga. Whoever wrote this is a woman. Because
Okay.
they try to mansplain, women splain some shit, but I seen through it. Over a buck, fuck these niggas. I don't need y'all no more. Under the buck, I'm using you till I get to where I got to go.
Well, if you put it like that, like fuck these niggas, I don't need them no more. There's a lot of healing that has to go on. We don't not need.
But that's
anybody.
what, yeah, I'm ghettoing it up.
You're ghettoing it up, but I am going
But-
to prioritize peace. And if
Ain't
being
no
single
priority.
means
Listen,
that.
so what?
You know how much like to make $100,000 and not live in a major city. I'm gonna keep that because that is very important. To make $100,000 and not have kids and live in a major city. I'm not live in a major city. You're doing amazing, sweetheart. Like you don't need to do.
Amazing.
I don't need to get up and do nothing that I don't want to do. I don't need to fucking answer a message I don't want to answer. I don't have to answer to a man that feels like I need to do that. Bitch. But I can get up and hop on a plane tomorrow. I don't have to do shit.
You can do
Maybe
what you
that's
want.
what I need to do. Maybe I need to move to like some back ass town somewhere.
Quality of life is amazing.
Yeah.
We could pod virtually, get my pension.
Yeah.
Say it again. No, go ahead. Say it one more time. Go ahead.
I'm leaving.
No, continue. Finish the sentence.
Yo,
finish the
that was a
full.
great episode,
Finish
y'all.
the full sentence because I'm on your ass.
You're right there.
Clean it up, gang.
You're right there.
What?
I do find it interesting how women this statement is making it seem as if it's not about men.
Well, like you
It is.
said,
It
men
is
have
about
been doing it. So why should it be any different? If you choose to be a perpetual bachelor because it's easier to just keep your money and your assets and whatever and diddle daddle with whoever you want, why can't it be equal rights for women in that sense if they feel
Oh, you
comfortable with
thought
their
about it.
finance?
You smoked that. You gathered yourself. You came around the block and she shot it down. You see what she did?
Yeah, no, she's
She sat there while me and her were bickering and she said, "Oh, okay, I got this."
Yeah.
She figured out the equation.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what this is. It's just women saying, "Yo, you know what? I'm gonna play by the same rules y'all play."
Yeah.
Once I got enough money to live, I ain't gotta deal with this shit.
And put up with
I ain't
this
gotta deal with all this
shit.
shit. Fuck this.
And that's what
Come
your
fuck me
grandmother
and
tells
go.
you. Guess what
Because just because they
grandmother
saying
tells
single doesn't mean they not fucking.
Exactly. An emphasis on the go. Like,
Yeah.
don't you ever get too comfortable and think that you live here.
And go.
Right.
And go.
And men pay hoes to leave, not to fuck.
This goes back into what we was talking about.
That's a
This is
bar.
goes back.
I knew you was a pimp in real life. I knew it.
Guys, this goes
I knew
back
it.
to
Myself.
the drama that me and yesterday had last week.
What's the drama y'all
Couple
had
days ago.
last? What happened? I still didn't hear about the beef.
No, you haven't. It wasn't really a beef.
Not
Yesterday,
really.
is it all right?
It's fine.
Everything's fine.
We're on Twitter. They say Young Miami and Ruby Rose are out at something, right? I don't know if they were together, but the caption said, and somebody was like, she's something about hoes, something like that. And I was like, yo, you call them hoes, but if I pay a certain amount of money and she shows up, I might fucking cry. Because these bitches bad as shit, right? Ruby Rose, like, and Carisha. And so it led me to say, how much do you think Young Miami would charge? Like, if you would charge, if she was, because this is the, what's it called when you snowball, when you fall into the thing?
6 figures, you know, like the high
I said that.
5 to 6
Yesterday says,
What you say? Yes.
$2,500, 2 bottles of 1942, and a couple bags of pink cocaine, and she's yours. By the way, I said full service. $2,500, 2 bottles of
that's 50 cents, baby
1942,
moms.
and a couple bottles of pink,
2,500 a week.
pink cocaine. A couple bags of pink cocaine. I said, bro, come on, bro.
No.
I said, bro, come on, bro. Yeah, come on.
If she was going out bad like that, I would be so disappointed.
It's not
'Cause that's
even
bad. That's
but no,
bad. That's
he
a local
argued
bitch.
us down in the Hard and Soft chat.
She gets paid more for a hosting.
Right, like that's some real local bad bitch from the hood shit. Like the baddest bitch from the block. That's what you give her.
And she was already freaked off with a billionaire. So the reality of it is she can go to any country and get a way higher number easily.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Let's be honest. That's the oldest trick in the book.
He starts talking about album sales and this. I said, bro,
Nobody
bro,
cares about
we're
that.
talking about pussy sales. We're not talking about.
And hold on, and listen. You know what? And I had to think about that conversation after because it was just too much.
I like the
going on.
reflection.
and I was busy too. So,
So you was half-ass popping shit.
yeah, I was half-assed.
Okay.
Shit. I needed something to do in between time. So
And it worked.
What I didn't convey during that time was when Tahoe asked this,
Mm-hmm.
right? And this is funny because this is before I watched the doc, right? So when he's asking me this, I'm not viewing Tahoe as a regular, just a regular guy. I don't even want to say that. I'm viewing I'm viewing him in a different light. So I'm not viewing him like, oh, he's just an average Joe. And if I'm not correct, you also said You was like, yo, how much for the whole package, right?
Full service.
Full service, right? Right? So I'm thinking like, yo, if Tahoe dodged Tahoe.
Tahoe.
If
That
Tahoe
bitch
is
don't
in the
give a
spot-
fuck about some podcaster who works for pick some garbage on.
Nah,
Like, what
don't
we
try
talking
to-
about?
No. Don't listen. Don't try to do that.
He said, "Don't minimize." Can you please?
Don't try to do that here.
Ring for sex is
I'm
crazy.
talking about when we're talking about, and then I'm like, yo, she's coming from, billionaire-esque, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sexual final boss, if you would say. One of them, right? So I'm like, okay, experience. Right? Like, so in my head, this is what I'm saying. I didn't convey this, but because that's why I'm saying it. Like, yo, you're Tahoe. Like, why are you acting like it's gonna? And I think Courtney said in the chat, she was like, oh, maybe like a 50K shopping spree. And in my head, I'm like, this is Tahoe. Like Tahoe got the all right, like.
So what you said because it's Tahoe, he ain't got it like that, but what he can afford is
No,
$2,500.
She'll take it from Tahoe,
I'm
not
saying
from a
she'll
regular
Yeah,
dude.
I'm saying she'll take it from Tahoe because
Why?
that's Tahoe.
Why
Like,
he's thinking that? But
You think right? Like that's what's up. That you really think of your big cousin in that light because
that's what
nobody
who the
else
fuck
does.
is he? Like who the fuck is Tahoe?
Nobody's looking at me like, oh, you know, this nigga, just give me 2,500, couple bottles, and I'll give you full service. Young Miami.
Yeah, but you're
Bottles
like a
at
sexual
1942
boss.
at the club, or like they bought the bottle because that's a different price.
That
It
is
is.
two different prices.
Like,
right?
you know,
That's about
1942 at
$1,500
Live or 1942 at the liquor store.
You at Live, take them home from Live.
But what is he talking about?
I don't
for
know.
real?
I was just entertaining it.
$2,500.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, you lowballed it crazy.
That's what I was thinking.
50 bands to keep the weirdos away, cause she can't. Cause $2,500, a nigga working at MTA could call her next week. Like, yo, pull up.
Some of these
That's not
bitches,
even
like
close
Cardi
to
B's
that.
nails, sometimes cost a stack by itself. Just her nails.
Not doing nothing with that.
What are we doing with $1,000? You
It's
can't even
it's
get a good
average
wig
chicks
for
that wouldn't do that.
$1,000.
Absolutely.
With all due respect to average,
High-end escorts don't do that. It's like $5,000 just
$5,000. Your average
Just for showing
Instagram
up.
model is like 25. Yeah, that's lowballing me.
I
I
can
got
go to the
another
club.
guy's waiting. I'll see.
Right.
And then full service, head, all that. Sorry,
That's a lot.
What is full service? I was gonna ask, what is full service?
for me.
Ill,
Everything.
ill,
Everything.
ill,
Nothing's off the table.
nothing.
I'm
Nothing's
sitting on
off
your
the
face.
table.
I'm sitting on your face.
Anything you can imagine.
Full service, I'm sitting on your face.
What does that entail?
It's getting a little deep.
Forget it.
I'm
What do you mean? What does it entail?
you just gonna like rub your butt in her nose? Like, what are
Listen,
we gonna do?
2,500. I'm getting everything I can get.
2,500.
I'm getting everything I can get. Matter of fact, 2,500. That's me. That's a lot for me. For some box, 2,500. I'm wild.
I'm not paying for the box of 2,500. You paying for disrespect.
I'm
The right
wild.
to disrespect.
I'm wild.
It's like going to a rage room.
I'm wilding.
It's like going to a rage room except a human.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
All right. Okay. Welcome
What
welcome.
are you on today?
Yeah.
Are you
yeah.
good?
I have a lot of intrusive thoughts.
Yo, what? Going to a rage room?
That's a human. I respect it. I love a
That's
concise
perspective
thought.
for those of you who couldn't put the picture together. I just wanted to,
But that's actually what it is.
yeah, you know.
I'm wilding you up.
Yeah,
With all due
'cause I
respect,
paid
I'm not gonna make you-
$2,500.
I'm not trying to hurt you or nothing, but you're taking the business. I'm taking
That's full
Viagra,
service.
whatever before we get there. I'm wilding you up for this 2,500.
Because, you know, you got to think about the time it took to make that, you know, or get it. It's value. I'm not condoning it. I'm just painting a picture.
And you're also talking about how broke I am because a rich motherfucker might pay $50,000 for the night and might not even hit. Might not, especially them white dudes, them old white billionaires. Might pay it. The old white dude that was on Summer Walker's album cover. Dude like him, he got 700 billion. 50,000 is just go pull up just to be with me.
It was
I'm
just
cool.
a transfer of a dividend.
Yeah,
That's
there's
it.
nothing.
Like,
But for me, 2,500. I'm shitting
ain't got
in
it.
your mouth. Sorry.
Yo,
I'm sorry.
all
I'm
right.
sorry.
Yo, what
rage
time-
room.
Yo, what time is it?
That's the trauma.
That was trauma.
Yeah.
tough.
It's fine.
Young lady goes on a date.
Shit in
With
your
her man.
mouth. Like, so do you
Y'all ready?
open your mouth or?
All right, go for it.
It's
I
crazy.
told my girlfriend to block her ex, and she said this.
So what you gonna do with her? What? Like,
No, I'm not doing that, babe. I'm sorry.
what do you mean? What you mean? Why would I want? I don't want to do that.
You just gave me reasons. Listen.
But listen, you gotta think about it. We had history, right? And if I block him, he's gonna be like upset. He's gonna be worried and wonder where I've been at, what I've been doing.
Oh my gosh! Why the fuck are you worried about what he's gonna be worried about?
What you mean? That's my ex.
So what?
If it's my ex, why wouldn't I be worried? Of course, I still care. Like, I mean, I don't care about him, but like, you get what I'm saying?
Are you okay?
Babe.
Listen, if you're not gonna block him, I'm not gonna be in a relationship with you. Why would you even responding to that message? That first of all,
babe, I just don't feel like I should. We're grown enough to not like. We don't have to block each other's exes. Like that's corny to me.
Listen, I never said that from the jump. You gave me a reason to make him want to get blocked.
Okay, I'm not going to block him though, even if you say it.
So you're texting him though.
I don't care. I'm not blocking him. I'm sorry, because I don't want him to be worried, trying to figure out where I've been at, what I've been at. Like, I still want him to see. As a matter of fact, it's not even like that. I want him to see us. I want him to see how I got me a good nigga. I got me a, like,
you want to lose
a nigga that's way better than him. I'm not losing no nigga, first off. I'm not losing no nigga, so don't say that. Don't even wish that.
I'm going to tell you this right now. If you can't block him right now, I'm going to have to go drop you on phone.
I'm not blocking him. I'm not blocking
all right,
him.
Cool.
I don't care. So I don't know what you about to do because I'm not blocking him. I don't care. I love you, and I don't love him anymore, and I'm not blocking him. Like, what's the point? What is it going to do?
What is the point of you keeping him?
That doesn't mean he's not going to still try to...
You want him to still text you and stuff
No,
and see your stuff for what?
I don't want him to text me, bro. Like, now you're about to get me mad, bro.
I'm getting you mad.
Yes, because I never told you to block your ex. Like,
right, because I'm not texting my fucking ex.
It don't matter.
I'm not responding to her messages or stories like
matter.
that.
I'm not blocking.
I don't care if he just said thank you.
I don't care. He needs to still see what the fuck I got going on. He needs to see how he lost out on a bad bitch. What you talking about?
You're responding thank you with a heart for what?
What you mean?
What are you responding for? That's your ex.
Okay, I won't respond anymore, but I'm not blocking him.
No, if you can't block him, then we're done. I'm telling you.
I'm not blocking him.
Okay, well, all right, so we're done. I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna take you home. Yeah, of course. I'm gonna take you home. And you're going to have to figure out what you're going to do with your ex.
No, all right. This is why I'm definitely not blocking him. Okay. If you want to break up with me just because of that, I'm not blocking him.
I'm not going to argue no more. You already showed me your true colors. You a big-ass red flag.
Like, you're weird as hell.
Anybody else would say the same shit.
It don't matter, bro. I'm not blocking him. Like, what the fuck?
Okay, all right.
He's not bothering you. He didn't text you. Like,
he texted you and he said thank you.
It don't matter. I'm not blocking my ex. I don't care.
All right, cool,
I don't care.
Cool.
From the looks in the room,
I hate fucking kids.
This looks like y'all is on his side. Are y'all on his side?
I didn't know that we was choosing sides. I think they both equally stupid as fuck.
1000%.
Yeah.
Oh,
First of all, he talked too much. Like, what? Yeah. She said she not doing it. She done said it 4 times to your face. Pussy, what you still talking for?
He already went through the phone and saw the evidence. Now he begging.
You are begging. Like, it's like icky, ill. But then also,
love is not involved.
See, we spoke about
this. Doing this self-esteem thing.
We spoke about this.
You gotta love yourself first.
I want men to have standards.
You know.
Yeah.
The reality of it is they was both going far back and forth too long. You can put love in the equation, but the disrespect is loud on both parts. You know, we can all talk about what's right, what's wrong, how you live your life, who you're texting, whatever the case is, but you have to know the partner that you're with. Mm-hmm. If you're worried about who they're texting, then you already know what kind of partner you have, and you kind of have to evaluate why you're in this. You know, the problem is we stay too long in situations that are clear, that are not for us. But we need to validate that it is, because again, we have a winning complex. That wasn't love. That conversation didn't make no sense. That was him begging her to obey him,
and she fighting back.
She's telling him, nah, I don't care what you're gonna do.
So she should have blocked him.
It's not about block.
Yeah, I don't think that's the point.
The point is he has an idea of how the relationship goes. She doesn't agree with how the relationship goes. They're not equally yoked on an emotional level.
This can't just be a disagreement.
It's a disagreement.
That's a big disagreement.
But she's not blocking him, and he wants it done.
And she's saying no.
The foundation is done.
You can't even put your foot down.
It's
Shut up.
toxic from now. Somebody's gonna hit somebody, grab somebody. Someone's crying. Shit is going down.
Yeah. And
I'm sure there's a part 2.
Logic behind it is even more nuts.
She said, "Nah, I'm not doing it."
Even before she explained it, and then she explained it 3 different ways. But the baseline was
not happening.
The baseline was, I don't give a fuck what you saying or how you feel.
So what you gonna do?
You're not gonna tell me that this is what I'm gonna do. I'm not listening to you.
This fucked me up a little bit, because I thought that y'all was gonna be on her side. Like, niggas should not be telling me what to do with my, like, what does that have to do with you? This is, I'm not cheating.
That's not my...
this is my friend. I fucked with him for mad long. Like, we're cool. I'm not cheating. I'm in love with you. I'm in a relationship with you. You're insecure. I thought that's what y'all was going to say.
Relationships are not one size fits all. Period. Like, You can't say, you're right, you're wrong. Everybody is different. You have to know the person you're with. It's just bada bing, bada boom. You're not happy with what it is. Why are we continuing this? She shows that she doesn't value you. So this could be an even bigger conversation. And she's like, nah. Because she went from saying, no, I'm not doing it, to explaining it, to what if he misses me or something and is looking for me, to defending it, to saying, oh, nah, I'm just showing off to see him how happy I am. She changed it every which way to get him to understand that she's not doing it.
Yeah, like regardless of that ex's POV, I'm not doing it. No matter the reason why you think that I'm keeping him around, I done gave through all the reasons why you could possibly think I'm keeping him around, and I'm still not going to do it.
I thought that was just a woman basically saying, you're not going to just tell me what to do.
I mean, what if what if it was the other way around and she's telling you, yo, you still talking to this person, delete all these people. How you feeling?
If she catches me still communicating in a way that made her uncomfortable.
And you value the relationship, because that's the difference. There's no value there. If you value the relationship.
Yeah, we got to think about why you're so insecure about this.
Exactly.
But that's more of I'm not just going to be defiant, like, no. I'm gonna be like, but why does that make you so insecure? Like, what about this?
I think for me,
do you still talk to your exes?
No.
Do you just still, did you?
Wake it up.
Why would you ask her that on camera? It's crazy.
What is happening?
Because
I thought he asked
it's a good question.
Yes.
Yeah.
A few of them.
All right. As like, they're like cool now.
Yeah.
They're like young bloods now. Like they're like YNs now. Y'all my YNs now.
You're my YNs
You know what
now.
I'm saying? That's kind of what it is now.
Crazy.
When it didn't work out,
yeah.
y'all ain't,
You love
she
someone,
not being
it doesn't
disrespectful. He's not
dissipate.
being disrespectful. Your man not threatened. There's
Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah, nah.
So now, why are you threatened? That has to be a issue, a
Yeah,
question.
that's what the issue is.
So that's what I thought y'all was gonna do. But why is he so pressed?
No, he definitely is pressed because there's a reason. But why continue to humiliate yourself as a man or any woman? I'm not gonna beg a
I've
man.
spent
Why did
money
you?
here?
Yes.
See?
And
Well,
So you're looking for-
I've circled you off to like your.
So now let me ask you this question, right?
Child.
Let me paint a scenario for you. We just went back and
Shit.
forth about this for 25 to 45 seconds. I'm not doing it. You know what? He's not secure. You know what, babe? No problem. I'm going to block him. You're never going to see it again. I'm just going to figure out a different way to text him because I already told you I'm not doing it. So now you're going to allow me, and this is why, closure is dumb to a certain extent. You're allowing me to pull the wool over your heads because you're literally begging me to lie to you. Mm-hmm. I told you what it was. You didn't accept it. You want validation. So you guys actually deserve to go down whatever fuckery rabbit hole that you want to at this point because she said, what's up?
So you
now,
want us to be animals? You're
I'm
saying
not
be an
saying I'm
animal.
being animals.
Be
I'm
an
saying, why
animal.
stay
No,
in a
you saying, but you're telling me be an animal. You're telling men.
Is that what you took out of
when
that?
she says
That's what he-
no,
That's what he took out of that?
Go
I don't
hard.
know.
That's crazy.
No, what?
No.
Because I'm trying. I've let
I'm
you in.
saying as a
I'm
man
vulnerable.
coming from a level of desperation where you went in her phone, you already feel insecure, you already stated why you don't like the situation, and you still want to be with this person who is telling you in your face that you are not valued, you are begging to be lied to.
So the opposite is, oh, word, you still talking to him?
All right.
So you gonna let him go?
Enough said.
No?
Cool.
Facts. I got you.
Enough said.
Drive.
Save yourself a couple of months of
Get out.
heartache.
Yo, matter of fact, I'm gonna see you later. I'll
Yeah.
pick you up.
Yeah.
Blocked
Salute.
and reported. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's you. That's what I call an animal.
48 laws of
At
Is that an
point,
animal?
Because once you become that cold, you're cold like that. You don't
Yeah,
just
but
act that cold.
okay, but why are you giving value to someone that is showing you they don't value, and then you're talking
Because
about
you
cold? You want to
care
love
about
a hoe for not treating you like a husband?
I say this all the time.
What are we talking about here? You are comparing apples to oranges and then saying, well, that's just fruit and that's why I hate it. What? No. You pick a hoe and you try to turn her into a housewife and then you're disappointed and then it's like all fucking women. No, babe, just the women you pick.
Is she a hoe?
She's telling you I'm not calling her hoe. What I'm saying is she's telling you what she's not going to do and you want to turn her into something she's not. So you therefore want to go through the theater.
Yeah.
But you know,
But that's coming from a man of desperation, not
Yeah.
someone who's like,
No.
I'm confident in who I am and I want to, and I see value. Let's come to an agreement. That's not the conversation that was happening.
there's two things that are happening here that pissed me off from both sides. And this is why I was getting annoyed because the youth of it all is stupid. You have an influx of young women that are very defiant against anything that they don't want. and very vocal
That's what I
about
was
it. And that shit irritates the fuck out of me because it goes back to the conversation that we've been having for all of these years. Who can check a woman? Who has the ability to be like, no, you're wildin'? And if the man that you're with, if you don't value him and respect him enough to do things that are going to make him feel comfortable, then you are one of those young people that is in that defiant state, and you're not a healthy person for anybody to be with. But then also men have to have some type of self-esteem. And the reason why, and thank you. And the reason why you find a lot of men that find themselves in these relationships and they be loyal for 5, 6, 7, 8 years, but she been not respected you. She been not really fucking with you, and you never put your foot down because you want to be all emotionally available to somebody that don't give a fuck about your emotions. Everybody got to find their lane, and it's kind of sick. And just watching them bicker and argue, to me, from the parental mind, if that was my son, I would beat her up. If that was my daughter, I would beat her up. Because why are you even doing this? Like the way that she was talking to him was so fucked up to me that if that was my daughter, I would have to check her. Like, if you don't like him, then you don't like him. Get rid of him. But you doing too much. Like, this is nasty, because then you're poking at, because you're poking at the ego of somebody that is insecure
In close proximity to you.
That's dangerous. That, as a woman, is mad dangerous. You don't do that. If you don't fuck with somebody, you cut them off. You don't play with them. You don't play with their emotions, and you don't dangle their emotions in front of their face like that, because you never know how somebody can react.
And then have the audacity to sleep next to them. Unguarded.
This is how people be getting murdered. Like, all of these crimes of passion, it starts from shit like this.
And
It's
also,
not okay.
let's point out something clearly here with what's messed up right now. Again, discernment and people picking people, but the reality of it is people don't want to be loved. They want to win. You have to be able to recognize when people are in their winning season. Okay? Some people will hold on to a woman because it's a status, or they make me look good, or I'm trying to tame her because I feel like the man when I'm with this woman. I don't want her. She's fucking stupid.
Hello.
I just want to win. And sometimes I might win it just to hurt her, but I can't get her to commit right now. So I need to figure this out. Y'all don't want to be loved. Y'all want to win. And that was them both wanting to win.
Holy shit, yo! I ain't gonna lie, you cooking, boy.
Cooking with grease today?
I got to quit.
Corn oil right now.
That Crisco?
Oh, yeah.
Big mama cooking.
On it.
Big mama, your arm.
That's the beef tallow.
Homie from y'all remember Money and Violence? Rafe from Cloud9 TV.
Yeah.
This thing is Cloud9 TV. You know him. We got a clip from him speaking on something that's similar to this, that I thought that's where it was gonna go. That kind of completely shocked me. It's a nasty segue because it's going in the other direction, but let's see.
Where y'all fuck up is y'all expect the man to carry the responsibility, but y'all also expect to not give him none of the respect that comes with that. Yes, he can pay my bills, but can't no nigga tell me shit. Doesn't work. It doesn't go hand in hand. It doesn't coincide. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, a man takes responsibility for anything that to some level he has some type of control over. And when I say control, I don't mean it in a negative sense. I just mean that, that he has influence over, right? Because, see, y'all love to say protect. Y'all love to say protect and provide, protect and provide. But what y'all don't understand is a man cannot protect what he can't direct, right? So I'll give you the simplest analogy. If you have a bodyguard, and every time that bodyguard tells you don't go down this block, and you like, fuck that, I'm gonna go where I want, how can he protect you if you don't listen to him?
That's real. And that also goes into that conversation, because if you don't value your man enough to listen to him, then that's not the person that you're supposed to be with. There are very few people that can tell me what to do. But for you to be able to tell me what to do, I have to have a certain amount of respect for you. Yeah, and if I don't respect you, I'm never going to listen to you.
My girl, she don't respect me then.
Well,
I'm going to put another layer to it.
Hold on. I'm just shooting. She will listen to her mom. She will listen to anybody else.
Well,
the minute I check, she go Google it. She go find somebody else to. I mean, like, yo, I just said no. I just thought she's just combative.
no. I think it's bigger than that.
Challenges something in you.
Huh?
She challenges something in you, makes you sharper. And that's,
Oh, now it's making me sharper. She just said that she don't respect me.
No,
chose her.
I think that also there might be a sense of.
Okay, I don't care.
It took me a while to learn what it's like to listen to somebody, and it's still very fragile. It's like if you fuck up, one person fucks up, I'm never listening to nobody again. It's still that fragile. But I realized that we are ingrained to follow ourselves and trust in ourselves, because trust is something that has been fucked with for so long, depending on how you grew up and like your trauma and stuff. And if you haven't healed that part, it might seem like contention, but maybe there's also just a piece that she hasn't healed yet to be able to give that 100%. That takes a lot, especially as a mother, a breadwinner. Like, it takes a lot to give 100% of trust in anybody. We have all been disappointed from friends and families and relationships and all of that. So I can see the why, but there are very few people that I trust. And once that trust is eroded, it's hard to get back. So I can count on one hand how many people can tell me something and I'll be like, okay, automatically.
Facts.
And it ain't a lot of people.
It ain't me.
I think
Absolutely not.
I think that's very important because like
Absolutely not. You close though. You like top 10.
I know I'm in there. I'm in there.
You top 10, but you ain't top 5.
I have to explain why.
You always got to give me a why.
Go ahead, Chris. What are you gonna say?
safety is very important, right? Again, systemically, we're very conditioned because, again, the household's broken up. You know, you have to fend for yourself as a Black woman. It's just harder. You have to work harder. You have to manage your emotions at a higher level. You have to assimilate and integrate. It's a lot of things. But I'm not just like focusing on that, but like going back to the clip that you said, you know, he said, led with, you know, y'all want a man to pay y'all bills, but then you don't want to listen or you don't want to be led. The reality of it is, it comes back down to discernment, right? The reality of it is a lot of men lead with money first because you're trying to pay for obedience out the back rather than having discernment in who actually owes that or who you owe that to. You know what I'm saying? Again, there's no rules in the game. You know what I'm saying? You have, you know, your wifeys, your wives, your side chicks, but then y'all all end up treating everybody the same.
And you should never.
And you lead with money and expect not to get got. No, she's not going to listen because you're not giving her anything to respect. You're just saying, here's this dollar. Listen to me. Why aren't you listening to me? You know?
But isn't that
it
what
is
society
safety.
is saying right now? Like
society is
no, society's not saying that.
The women are out here saying, if you aren't behaving this is bare minimum behavior.
Media is perpetuating that. Sure. But real society isn't living that way. Okay. You know, because if you look at anywhere else in the country or you go to these cul-de-sacs in rural areas, that's not the rules that they're living on. And again, we just discussed it, how those women, what they're perpetuating on TV is not how they're living in the background. You know, someone is being obedient and all that stuff. But the thing about it is you have to earn that. You have to earn respect. You know, you have to earn my trust. I have to feel safe around you because if I feel safe enough for you to lead, I'm going to let you lead. If you keep bringing me into the fire, you know, every time I'm going to feel like I'm going to get burnt. Remember he's talking about ride or die, be my ride or die. And ride and died and died and ride and died again. You know, discernment comes into the mix. So I don't think it's a matter of us saying, give me the money and then we'll see what happens. The problem is y'all giving money to everybody. And like it's like throwing spaghetti at a wall, hoping it sticks.
Men that spend money on me and don't bother me. I don't like men that only spend money on me when they're in my presence. This guy just called me and asked me what I was doing tonight and if I wanted to go out. I don't have an issue with going out tonight. I'm dressed. I'm about to go out with my friends. My issue is he's only going to spend money on me if he's there. Because he's always just trying to he's always like, are you hungry? Do you need anything? All this stuff. But if I ever say I'm hungry, he wants to pick me up and take me to dinner. Just send me the money.
Yeah, paying for her time.
No, yeah.
And she's saying to you, I don't like you.
I don't like you for real.
So since you want to make this transactional, I'm going to make it transactional. Because how many girls you know held up a broke dude? You know what I'm saying? Love the broke one behind the back, but she getting money from the other side.
Hello.
You can't say that women don't do it, but going back to even the article, women are prioritizing their peace. So if it brings me strife to have to see you and you keep freaking begging me, I'm going to make you pay for it. And again, that's a certain subset of women, but you can't give transaction and not ask for transactional activity in return. I don't like you. How many times do you want me to say it?
But then also, if you really that nigga and you really are supposed to be, or you're perpetuating that you're like this money making man and you're here to take care of me, I'm not with you 24/7. We don't live together. So it should be a balance. So if it should be, yo, you hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry. I'm about to go out with my friends. All right, hold that. If the all right, hold that don't come, I'm looking at you funny in the face too.
Why?
That shit would bug me the fuck out.
Why?
Because that's not.
What the fuck?
If I'm dating somebody, right? And I want to go out and you're like, hey, are you hungry? Yes, I'm hungry. You was about to pay for me to eat anyway. So because I'm not going with you.
With me.
That's that control shit.
How
so
is that
I can
control?
only so you
How is
can
that
only give me
control?
money if I'm with you. It's crazy.
No, I didn't give you money. I was gonna give you food and me. I was giving you food
But
and
I don't
me.
I wanted you asked me if I was hungry, not if I was hungry and wanted to be with you. I'm hungry.
Are you hungry to eat with me?
I don't want to eat. I'd rather eat with my girls.
Go eat. What the fuck that got to do with me?
But why would you not
exposes that he's
send
not
my
there for the
bread?
protection.
Exactly, you're not there for
How is it
real.
protection?
Because
What am I?
This nigga, he don't want to hear
go
it.
to the restaurant rating or the restaurant you and your homegirls going to. I'll protect you that way.
No.
But why does my protection have to come with finance?
Because you led with that. That's
No,
the whole
I
point.
led with asking you if you're hungry.
Because who's paying for it if you ask me if I'm hungry?
I cooked. What do you mean?
One surefire way to piss me off.
I cooked. Like, what are we talking about?
So wait, you would call somebody and invite them over to eat the dinner that you already prepared. So I don't even know what the fuck you made, but I'm hungry, so I just gotta come to your house and just eat whatever's there? That makes sense in your brain?
This all sounds fresh. Like,
Does that make sense to you?
I cannot believe.
I can't. I don't understand. Yo, that shit will blow my.
what
Like
happened?
I wanted a burger, and then you're like,
women.
"Oh, well, I cooked, and I come over here, and you got some fucking meatloaf, bitch. I didn't even want this. Why am I here?"
Because
I can't believe this is happening.
No, don't piss me
I
off.
cooked meatloaf.
This is why. Let us all
Did
pray
you not-
I never make
did
it
you
back to the
not
dating
like
market because I'm
meatloaf?
gonna be
Did
horrible.
you ever tell me that you didn't like
My next go round,
so
I'm
confused.
gonna be a bad person in these streets because everybody's
Gonna be?
stupid.
villain origin story.
Chris, this is you. This how you move too?
No.
Okay, good.
Oh, thank God.
Cause we was. Thank you. Are y'all nuts? And this is why the niggas is so fucking non-trusting of y'all
Okay.
and don't want to show their whole self to y'all because people like you is using niggas. I have to send you money to go eat with your homegirls?
No, that's not what I
Broke
said.
activity.
That's not what I said.
Broke. Yes, what you just said.
No, that was not
That's
the
literally
point.
what you just said. That's
I'm
broke
piggybacking off of her argument, and
I
I,
don't
said
wanna
I
date no
understand
broke
her. I understand her argument. She was already on her way out. You wasn't going to stop. Like I wasn't going out because of you. I was already going out.
I don't
I
know
understand that.
I don't know that. We don't know that. He didn't. I don't know if he knew that.
Well, now you know.
Are you hungry means, yo, do you want to eat with me?
Nah.
Now, I'm not saying a nigga can't never send you bread to eat or never do
But
nice
she's
things.
saying that the nigga never
this
does.
because-
He always want to tag along with it. Like.
I like you. What the fuck is going on? I like you. Go, what the fuck is going on?
Like, fuck out of here, tag along.
You can't like people no more?
Yo, you can't get a quick bite. It's tough, yo. I
Like-
can't believe you.
I keep telling y'all I'm not that best person. I'm trying to be better.
You can't like people no more out here.
Can't
Yo,
get a quick
Just
bite.
take
Don't
the
like
social
me.
cues when she's showing you she don't like you either. That's all we're saying.
that's what this
Right.
is.
You know, the
Thank
problem
you. That's
is,
really what this
again,
is.
it
Yeah.
goes back to being transactional.
Yes.
You see the girl don't like you and you're like, but hey.
I could pay
And you
for your
expect her
lunch.
not to take it and be like, nigga, that's not enough.
But you-
I don't like you. She's saying everything except the words, I don't like you.
Yeah, that's true.
Have some self-respect, or else I'm gonna walk
Because
all
not
over
for
you.
nothing, let me tell you something. A girl gonna do it if she really want to, no matter what the situation is. Okay? She gonna do it. That's why y'all don't have to lie. You can say I have a wife, a side chick, whatever. If she wants to do it, she
going
will.
crazy.
Every
She
time.
going crazy.
That's why I love real pimps. They'll tell you like, nah, bitch, you ain't the one. And she be like, really? Let me show you.
I love it.
She gonna do it.
No, real shit. I always say that there's a real reason why I was not born like in the 70s, early 80s. I would have definitely
You'd have
been
been
with a
Foxy
pimp.
Brown.
I would have been with a pimp,
You've been
100%.
kicking bitches off the stairs, all types of wild stuff.
100%.
I love
I know me
blaxploitation,
well.
by the way.
I know me well, yo. I'm telling
I
you.
can see it. We
take
should do
the
a project. I want to film it.
It'll take the right type of nigga to talk to me the right type of way. Like, yes, whatever it is that you like. It takes a lot to get that out of me, though. Niggas be bitches. You gotta stand on something.
She said she would have been with a pimp, though.
I would have. You gotta stand on something. Stand on it.
Chrys, what did you do to my fucking show, bro?
Nothing.
Chrys,
but I've said this before.
Now you're like, yeah, I would have been a whore.
No, not a whore. I would have been like a bottom bitch. Like I would have been.
You're say that.
Yes. No, that's
the
not.
Bottom is
no.
not the whore. She's still a whore.
No.
She's the one that's been whoring the longest.
No. She's the one. She's the one that trained.
She got the other hoes in line.
I got the other hoes in line. Like he trusts me.
And how did you get there?
Huh? I built my way up brick by brick.
Dick by dick.
Hard out for a pimp.
Dick by dick. No, seriously though, like there's certain, and then I have like a thing with voices too. So if you were like a pimp with like a good voice,
them niggas be talking their shit.
Oh,
and they be having
let me
their
talk to you,
verbiage. Yeah, they be talking their shit.
Like what's his name? Fucking Akeem Ali when he do his Kimi Casanova. I'll leave my whole family. Ooh. Just talk to me 1 second in that Kimi Casanova voice. I'll leave my whole fucking family.
But check this out, though.
That's about to make
I feel like being a provider has always been a fucking scam. Look at the niggas that was 100% providers, bro. Either they first child wasn't theirs or one of the children wasn't theirs. You feel me? 20 years into the marriage, 15 years into the marriage, the bitch want to leave. You can never keep the bitches happy. You know what I'm saying? You can take the bitch to all type of trips. She still don't feel fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? You can buy a bitch a brand new Benz or whatnot. It's still not. That's what I'm saying, bro. Being a provider, it's not. It don't do shit for you, bro. As a man, it don't do nothing but keep you financially stressed, mentally stressed. You feel me? It's no point of doing that shit, bro. Focus on yourself, gang. Scope and mold yourself in your future, bro. You know what I'm saying? And just find you.
Ain't shit in his house. You hear that echo? That shit is pissing me off.
Kick that hoe to the curb. Look,
that nigga got appliances and lights.
Man, we gotta protect our goddamn mental and we gotta protect our pockets, bro. Too many of our uncles, grandpas, you feel me, father, them niggas was suckers. You feel me?
Oh,
suckers.
They were suckers.
The game that we got flowing all around. You know what I'm saying? We got all this game on these apps and shit, man. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Protect your pockets, protect your mental. Being a provider, in my opinion, it's a fucking scam, bro. All the niggas I seen that was providers, bro, they ain't never shared the dark side, bro. Of how that shit drove them into being alcoholics, being on drugs and shit. You feel me? They didn't just provided for this ungrateful bitch, put her up in this house, this and that and third, just for the bitch to divorce him, get the crib, and move a new nigga up in that bitch. And spending this nigga money, like, that's what I'm saying, bro.
That
being
poor
a
baby.
provider, bro, it's a scam, bro. It's a scam.
I'm gonna touch on that.
Y'all boys protect y'all pockets, protect your mental.
Yeah.
You feel me? Read. Pray, meditate, work out. You feel me? Until that right one come along, it's gonna get on that program, bro. You feel me? As men, we ain't gotta be constantly goddamn in a motherfucker face for affection and attention, bro. Cause at the end of the day, our role is to lead, bro. Lead and build. As long as you leading and you building, bro, you not gonna miss out on a bitch, bro. I'm telling you, the real bitch is gonna see that motion, bro. They gonna follow lead.
Goddamn 27.
I'm telling you, man. But yeah, though, like I'm saying, man, being a provider, in my opinion.
He just moved in.
Honey, he got kicked out.
That nigga is hurt.
That crib ain't got no furniture.
It ain't shit. That echo crazy. Ain't nothing in that hole.
All right, let's differentiate something real quick. You see how he's saying bitches, hoes? That's the caliber of woman he's talking about and surrounds himself around. And that's coming from a hurt man. He's not giving no real advice. He's not saying, get yourself together. He's giving it revenge advice. Get yourself together so you could do whatever the hell you want, because all he wants to do is win. Because according to him, everybody's bitches and hoes.
Oh my gosh.
That nigga real hurt. I feel sad for him. He need a hug.
Is he wrong?
I don't know. Per his
perspective.
Yeah.
Listen to that shit for 2.5
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Per
you're
his
not
point of
wrong.
view, he's fine. Like your experience is your experience. I don't think that you can say that men as a whole should not be a provider because this is what's going to happen. I think that he's taking the experiences of certain people and throwing it together and making it seem like it's brass facts. And you think that, you know what my biggest issue is? Because I was about to go one way, but no, I'm gonna keep it right here. This goes back to the thought process that just because you don't cheat, that means that you was a good partner. So just because you provided and you put me in a house or you put me in a car, that does not mean that you're a good partner. And I could have left you for a plethora of other reasons, but the only thing that you value is the money that you threw at me and threw at this relationship, and you thought that was enough to sustain me.
Why won't you be obedient?
And that shit is crazy to me because you're saying like, oh yeah, you know, she'll leave you and she'll move the other nigga in. Why would I do something like that? Because there's something bigger in this relationship than just money. So apparently if you were able to provide and you had all of this money, now I'd rather move in the broke nigga than be with you. You got to look inside. Why would I do that?
Trials and tribulations is what they call it.
You know, you're an
Trials
accountant.
and tribulations.
You're an accountant. You ever been looking at somebody's paperwork and be like, yeah, this math ain't mathing?
I mean, all the time.
I'm starting to feel that way about these type of conversations. Last week we had a guy, right? He had 4 kids with a woman. They've been married. He got to a point where he was working 60 hours a week. And she wound up telling him, I'm not happy. I need a break. He moves out for the break, 3 months.
Moves into her brother's house.
Into her brother's house. In that time period, he wound up messing with somebody else. Right? Albeit, how you say that?
Albeit.
He never told, when they got back together, he never told her, yo, I was messing with the other girl. I think he's wrong for that. Absolutely. But she broke up with him. Once she found out, the woman sent him a card, whatever. And I was like, damn, y'all break up? I've been taking care of 4 kids. 4 kids is 10 years. 4 kids is 10 years of me working extra hours. You're not working. By the way, she's not working. She's homeschooling the kids. Not saying that's not a hard job. Of course it is. 4 fucking kids? That's a lot.
Again, we're looking at surface stuff though.
But, bro, how does the math when no matter what I do, you can always later on be like, it's not enough?
Okay, let's attack a couple of things here.
No matter what I do, paying
From
the
your
mortgage,
perspective,
paying the car note,
transactional,
whatever. Nigga, it's my work. Transaction, it's my work. I've already done the person to person by getting you here.
Right.
I've done that part already.
Right.
It's not, this transactional is very like, but you put your card up, you buy something.
Only that. It takes more money to create a relationship, more than money to have a relationship, more than money to have trust, more than money to have.
Why y'all never say that?
I'm pretty sure it's been saying. The problem is,
why Dodge wasn't saying that when she was talking about giving her the money to go out with her homegirls?
Let's go backwards.
More than money to carry a relationship.
That wasn't a relationship. That wasn't a relationship.
That's different, and that's something else. Okay, let's go back. Homeboy's talking about we'll be in relationships.
He tried
for his grandpops and uncles and all that stuff, but he also didn't talk about how grandpops had a side chick around the corner with a side baby. I had a DT side chick and didn't even know it. Meaning I had a full-fledged woman in the house that I thought that was my aunt. And my mom was living in the house, and I never knew why she was so pissed off. Turns out she wasn't my aunt. Okay?
That was your dad's other chick?
TT side chick.
What does that mean, TT?
Auntie side chick.
TT side chick. So he was going from room to room?
Because she said she thought it was her aunt. So you calling her TT, but then you come in, you find out later on in life that you actually my daddy's side chick.
Each other, and that's why my mom would be so agitated and angry, and it's like painting a picture like, oh, she's always just so pissed off. So we're not talking about the damage that be done. You guys say that we don't say things, but we do. We tell you like, yo, can you help me around the house, or or you'll say, I'm babysitting the kids. No, you're parenting your children. You're not babysitting. You know,
I'm watching my kids this weekend.
When you feel like you don't have a partner, you understand? Yes, the communication can be said, but again, y'all forget community. Then y'all call it nagging. And
you just do a bunch of random women issues with men into the conversation, but at the end of the day is, right, babysitting your kids, that's a baby father type of conversation. Right?
No,
that's not necessarily true.
No, we're not talking about baby father. I'm talking about in the household husband.
Yes.
And my wife went to go get her hair done and he's talking on the phone like, yeah, and I'm just babysitting the kids. The point is you could be in a relationship and not be in the relationship. Just because of quote unquote, you may not cheat, or maybe you cheat every once in a while, whatever, it doesn't matter. That doesn't make you a good partner. The reality of it is cheating isn't really the main problem in a relationship. It's the disrespect, it's the disconnect, it's the lack of intimacy, the lack of looking at your wife as someone who's dateable because now you have her. Same goes for the women because don't make your men feel good either. Again, we're not talking about that foundation of fixing a relationship and why y'all are together in the first place. If you were just together for security and then treat it like that and then have your separate lives outside, that's what's breaking the foundation of the home. It wasn't with this story that you're saying that he slept with someone while they were on a quote unquote break and then came back. It's the point that you didn't take the reflection to actually miss me and understand why we need a break. You immediately went and seek someone else's comfort, which means that you were not concerned in building and fixing our foundation as to why I need a break from you in the first place. All you did was prove to me is that I'm in this partnership alone. So you know what? Let's just end it.
I hear you. And that was a great point. Excellent point. The problem is probably for me with that, the only problem that I could possibly have is the difference between this conversation and the last conversation, where it was like, when she says that, understand that that's a period. That's a sentence. When she says, no, I'm not blocking him, take your own and say, all right, bet. Right? And then saying, like, with this one, yo, I've been here for 4 years.
And this is marriage.
Yeah, this is a different caliber of a relationship.
I have been dedicated in my way. Right?
In my way.
Your way.
Right. Because when you're in a relationship, it's not about your way. It's about the way that works for us.
But I thought that I was locked in. I thought we was locked in.
Right, but again, you're not listening to the cries of... But again, everything you said is valid. But you're still not acknowledging the things that were said about that. How your perspective, if you have had a chance, because again, we've been crying for help. We've been telling you, listen, I'm not happy, or I want more intimacy, or why we don't go out, or things of that nature. Those are the cries of help that you're ignoring and saying, well, I did my part. No, you didn't do your part because you weren't listening and reading between the lines. You weren't understanding that somewhere in your partnership something changed. You know when the air is
mathing?
I can see it. No, your math isn't mathing.
Well, then maybe we're playing different math. Because at the end of the day,
I thought math was universal.
You have your math.
Nobody's
I have my
disacknowledging your struggle.
I didn't say you were. I didn't say. I swear to God, I am not in this conversation. I am understanding what y'all saying. I'm hearing what y'all saying, and I am not going to combat what y'all saying. The problem is that I have my own experience as well, and my experience does come with paying and making your home. And I'm supporting 4 kids and a wife. And the minute she feels like she isn't happy, she can leave, take the house, put me on child support and alimony or whatever else. And it's like, yo, bro, what did I do all that for?
And that comes into financial advisement and making sure that you get a prenuptial agreement. You put things in order.
But at the end of the day, it's still the money that I've been spending trying to build this home, regardless of whether I didn't do it the way you feel at the end after 4 kids. Because you could have told me at the 1 that you wasn't happy. After 4, you're not happy, and it was never good enough, and I'm never...
Nobody said it was never good enough, see.
You adding...
Well, we all add. We all add to prove our points, right? She was just nagging and whatever the fuck else she said, I'm babysitting. We all add. But after 4 kids, now I lose the house, I lose the family, I lose the dream, I lose the family. I thought I was building... So what the fuck was I doing all this shit for?
Obviously, you did not have the right conversations with your wife, because if you're this confused about what you were doing, then you don't know what you were doing.
Wasn't happy. Maybe she wasn't the one that had the right conversations with me. No,
that's not necessary.
She can you imagine? Me this years ago.
Can you imagine a world?
This kids ago.
No, I want you to really like synthesize this and like really like
please
understand this. Yes. Can you imagine a world where your wife comes to you and says, I need a break from you in this relationship, and that being the first conversation that she had about it? That doesn't happen.
It doesn't.
There's no woman.
I've never experienced it.
But there is no woman that would ever say that. That doesn't make sense.
So how does it work?
Exactly. That is the straw. There was a straw that broke her back. She's been saying for a long time, by way of what she's actually saying to you. It could be her emotions. It could be the way that she's moving. It could be all of these things that are happening in your house every day. And she's communicating to you that she's fed the fuck up. And for her to look you in your face and say, you know what? I need you to get the fuck out. And I'd rather stay here with these 4 kids. Because she could have went to her own brother's house. She let you go. She stayed there with the 4 kids and dealt with that time and did what she had to do. And then y'all got back together. Like I told you last week, the biggest issue for me here is when you came back, you did not tell her what you was doing when you was gone.
Absolutely.
So when we think about it like that, this is not the first or last conversation that happened. She had a moment. There's something that he did that made her want him out. And then she reflected and decided to make it work. And then you wowed out again by having a bitch contact via my house. You all the way lost me. Now it doesn't matter what you put in to this relationship financially because you're not seeing me as a person and you're not hearing that I'm not okay with this. What if you're the person that, all right, you got the 4 kids and she takes care of everything, she take care of the kids, and then you come home and you kid number 5 instead of coming in and being dad? That's grounds alone for me to fucking leave.
You know, I have to accept everything that y'all are saying. I have to, right? Because everybody has their own realities, experience, perspectives, right? Mm-hmm. I've been in a relationship myself where the person just wasn't happy with their own existence.
Mm-hmm. And that could be true.
It doesn't necessarily mean that I am the reason for their unhappiness. Mm-hmm. They need to take stock into themselves. They're communicating that, whatever. And they want to take space. Mm-hmm. With y'all, with your rendition of this, it's me. It's me. It's my fault. That's everything that you're saying. Like I've led up with this with mad conversations.
No, we're just
I've
offering
told
different
you,
perspectives.
yes, but you're using that to bolster this opinion that he hasn't showed up. You're using that, and I'm just saying that after 4 children,
there's a reason.
4 is a lot. 4 is 10 in grandma years.
And that's what I'm saying. So I'm not gonna want to.
No, yesterday
I wouldn't not as a wife. I would
4
not
kids
naturally.
in 2025 is 10 in 1970.
But as a woman, I would not naturally want to uproot and break up my whole family off of a fucking whim.
She most likely
I
won't
don't
get
want
another
to do
partner because
that.
She has 4 kids. Okay, listen, let's take it away from the blame, right? Because I am a firm believer of can't nobody make you happy except yourself. And that can be very true. She's not happy, and maybe it could be for the life choices that she made or things that she sees. And we also, when we grow in age, we become the next version of ourselves. Sometimes you grow apart. There's a lot of things. We're just saying in that instance, having 4 kids and saying we were married isn't enough for me to say I'm going to choose to be unhappy for the rest of my life just because I honor you and you did this for me. Because we don't have all the details. Doesn't mean that there has to be hate or fighting or trauma or whatever. It could literally be like, yo, I woke up and, I tried. And after all this time, like, bro, I'm not ever going to be happy. So what? I'm supposed to sacrifice my life because we put this time into it?
Yeah, we got married. And we had 4 kids.
Yeah, but
we sacrifice a life now. Yes, that's exactly what you're supposed to do.
All right, well then you're going to sacrifice all the trauma that's going to come with it and the resentment and the emotional damage that can come with that when you're forcing someone to be with you just because of the fact of whatever. And that's how marriages become bitter and et cetera. Like, and it's been written. We see movies on it. War of the Roses specifically. They damn near killed each other just to have a house, and there was love. I never want to get to a point where I hate the person that I loved. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not someone who spins the block because I make sure that I'm done. But the reality of it is I like to keep it the memory of what it was. I never want to get to a point where we're fighting for each other so hard that we're fighting each other. So you're allowed to change your mind. The problem is people don't want to change their mind because they want to stay in strong and wrong and win, rather than saying, okay, well, how can we collectively have the best life? It doesn't have to be you pay alimony or I give up the house. That's when it starts getting bitter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because if you genuinely love someone, you're going to figure it out together or separate. That's what better or worse is, especially if you have children. Let's figure out how to not damage these children's lives. Yeah. Because if we continue, we're going to give them a different kind of trauma and they're going to see love that doesn't exist in a household.
Yeah. This is why, the whole marriage thing and everything, the idea that people change and can do what you're saying, all of a sudden just be like,
It's not all of a sudden. It's never all of a sudden.
I'm going in a different direction with life.
Yeah, but I don't think it's never all of a sudden.
It goes back into the is it worth it? Because as a man, when I'm a bachelor, I got all the money in the world, all the chicks in the world, all the peace in the world. I don't owe nobody nothing. It is what it is. I told you I wasn't looking for a relationship. It is what it is.
You have every right to live the life you want to live.
So I choose you, and I say, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck all this shit. I'm going to choose family. That's what life is supposed to be about. Legacy is what life is supposed to be about. And a couple years later, after fucking 4 kids, you say, I changed my mind. Life is going in a different direction for me. I'm going to need child support, alimony, and one of the houses, and the car that you bought me. And yeah, everything that you did while I was home taking care of the kids, half of that is mine.
Right.
So would the adverse part be, would the adverse of that be, okay, I don't want to be with you anymore, and you want me to leave with no money to provide for these children, no car to drive the kids in, no house for the kids to live in. I'm just supposed to leave with the clothes on my back and the kids that I bore.
How much does a full-time nanny cost in salary?
Hello, let's not even talk about that.
Does a full-time
au pair?
Cost in salary? The reality of it is nobody's saying you have to give up your bachelor life to live whatever. You can choose someone, but again, it all comes down, who are you choosing? Why are you choosing them? You know what I'm saying? It's like men can choose whoever they want whenever they want. The reality of it is there's a trajectory of it. You guys get your money, you live your life, etc. Women societally, they have their own thing. You know what I'm saying? Youth and, you know, when you can bear children, etc. So there's different societal pressures here. No one's telling you to live the life that you don't want to live. I'm not begging you as a bachelor to choose me. You chose.
A lot do.
Yeah, they can, but what have you been doing? You've
discernment.
A bachelor life. They can ask it, but that doesn't mean you have to provide it. And if you choose to do that without the other levels of discernment and growth, you know, that's your choice. The reality of it is a lot of us don't do our homework. And I think that's the premise of the entire conversation that we've been having back and forth. We choose people that we're not naturally fit for because we're quote unquote ready. Or I will change my original thoughts for you, etc. Stay true in your life. And also, a lot of people who get married freaking young, you don't even know yourself. You got locked in something, and now it's like, okay, damn, I didn't know I was going to be this person with this viewpoints, and I'm locked in with this person. Do I just continue never living a life of truth? Like, you're right. Nobody wins when the family feuds. Straight up. You're right. It is a sacrifice. It is things. But again, financial literacy, protecting yourself, you know, having the hard conversations that we don't like to have as Black people, talking about finances. What happens if we break up? Who does this? It's those unanswered questions that you say all of a sudden, right? That don't get answered and built up, and it brings down the household. You're right. No one should lose. Nobody wants to break up their home. No one wants to be a single mother with 3-4 kids. Nobody. You hear the men? They're diabolical. You're useless after 2, according to social media. So that's not good pressure either. I'm not saying anybody is wrong here, but what we're saying is what are you asking? Why, if we love each other and we have kids, we can't come to a middle ground? Why is it that you have to just be losing? Why can't it be gaining?
I was about to say something very similar. Do you love me enough to allow me to be happy without you if I'm not happy with you? And that's really what it boils down to.
Me and without my money too.
No, but it's
without my alimony,
and that's the thing.
House.
But you're still talking about this very like one track base level, which is money.
I worked for these.
What's happening here? Like,
so the wife did nothing?
I didn't say that, but I'm saying, I went to work every day and worked for this house.
And I was home,
for that child support.
And I was home every day making sure. Who's chilling? There is no such thing as chilling when you have 4 kids that you're homeschooling.
Give me the house. Give me the kids. Give me the 4 kids, and you go to work and pay me money to stay home, so you can and pay me because you was my wife.
That's crazy.
So if you're saying, okay, break up, she wants the divorce, you ask her to leave, and you take custody of the kids. Okay, let's just say in this scenario, right?
That's crazy.
Why do I have to lose my house? Why do I have to lose custody? Why do I have to lose all these things? You're the one that wants a divorce, you leave. Let's just say she takes you up on that offer. You still got to take care of them 4 kids. They still got to get schooled. You still got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? And if she got to pay child support, that's going to be based on her income. income. She's been out of work. She doesn't have the
pay
skills.
child support.
You know what I'm saying? She's got to climb different kind of ladder because she's been out the
So
workforce.
is the mathing?
I'm not saying
goes
the math
back
is
to
math.
what I'm talking about.
But if she's willing to jump out on out off the bridge just to say, you know what, I got to start from the ground up. Like, who are you to say you can't do that?
Because she has my support in two different
Not
ways.
if we're talking about the other scenario just
she now
now.
has a home.
No,
but I just
he
gave
doesn't.
you a different scenario.
You just flipped it. He doesn't want to hear it because I think that what I'm understanding that's happening on this side of the room that y'all don't value what it means to be a house anybody. Y'all don't value it. Y'all think that is bullshit. Y'all not seeing the value of what a woman has to do on a day-to-day to be home every day with. You think it's bullshit
versus me having to support you and them 4 kids.
No,
you're talking about doing the laundry
doing it
and packing
anyway.
lunch
and that's what a partnership is. One partner does this, the other partner does that. Let's not get fixated.
She started that.
Okay. I didn't. Wait, whoa. I said that y'all are not valuing it because no matter what we say, you're still taking it back to just money. You're like, well, I would rather do it. So you're telling me you're able to take care of 4 kids, right? Let's take the wife out of it. You're able to take care of all the bills in this house.
She left you with everything.
Look. You're able to take care of all of the bills in this house and these 4 kids and everything that comes with it off of your salary alone, correct? Yes or no?
Because you still have to pay someone to babysit them.
Wait, no, don't even get there.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying you in this scenario, right? You're the man. We said he works like 60 hours a week and he pays for all the bills. His wife stay home. Cool. Take the wife out the equation. Leave her. So now you're home. Right? You have all your kids. You have all the same. No, listen. You have all the kids.
Who's paying the bills?
You are because now you don't have a wife.
Why? But wait, why?
Because she left you with everything.
I need you to I need you to really vision me here. Like stay with me. You with me?
I'm trying, but I'm confused.
All right. I'm gonna slow it down. Hold on.
We have a diagram in here.
Hold on. Yo, I need a board, right?
Whiteboard? We got a whiteboard in there.
No, listen.
Pull it out.
So
Cleopatra me.
your wife wants to leave you, right? You say no. I don't want to pay you alimony. I don't want to do all of these things. I'm gonna keep the kids. You going about your business because that's what you want to do. Cool. She left. The reason why you were able to maintain this household, the reason why you were able to pay all the bills for all of the people in this house is because you was working 60 hours a week. Now you don't have anybody home. So if you're working 60 hours a week, now your responsibility is to take the kids to school every day or pick them up or pay for somebody to do it. Your responsibility now is you're still working them same hours because you still have to maintain this household and everybody in it except for one person. That's still mad other people. You got to pay for childcare. You have to cook all the meals. You have to clean the house and do all of that on your own unless you're going to outservice and pay for it for somebody else. But how are you able to do all of this for 4 kids still working 60 hours a week? That's very difficult unless, again, you're paying people. So you'll either have to cut back on hours because you have to be more present because you're the only parent in the household now. So what I'm saying is y'all are not valuing the fact that she's a stay-at-home mom. You're like, well, I'd rather stay home with the kids. That's going to cut down on your bread. Because you cannot work 60 hours with 4 kids. You got 4 kids, different ages. That's different schools. Yeah. You picking all these niggas up? That's after school. That God forbid if you have girls, who doing their hair?
Class.
Who's doing all of these things that y'all are saying is not of value because it's like, oh, well, I'd rather take the kids and leave the wife so I don't have to pay. So you don't have to pay her to do what she was already doing because you rather keep the house and the car and the kids. Are you ready to take care of 4 kids and work as a single father because you would rather not pay their mother to do what she was already doing? You're saying yes.
I'm going to say no. You laid out a great point. All of your points great, right? Yes, it's going to definitely be fucking hard. And shit, it's dope when the mom got the kids and you're over here and you just pay. It is kind of dope, right? Hey,
because you don't value.
Listen,
go ahead.
Listen, because you get all the freedom. I always say, deadbeat dads got the life of the world. Because the kids still love you.
Give me the opportunity to be a deadbeat mom.
The kids still love you. You show up, you leave when you want. It is what it is. You niggas show up every 2 months. The kids don't know. Don't give a fuck.
I came to pick up my kid.
Yeah,
and put them down.
Give me a photo op. Go about their business. But Dash,
I'm listening, honey. I'm texting my husband.
All the money that you are talking about giving her for being over there, yeah, it's the same money here, and you get the experience.
The experience
of being a fucking father. So what?
So and that's what I'm talking about.
You get the
because you
experience.
feel like if you pay all the bills, you don't have to experience fatherhood.
I never said
that's what
that.
you're saying. You're just saying that by the divorce, you're experiencing
Just because he took care
fatherhood.
of 4 kids and was, or just because he was working, that he didn't come home and be a dad. I don't know. We don't know.
And that's the point. We don't know.
We're assuming, but y'all
are assuming.
I didn't
that
assume
it's
anything. I
something
asked the
else.
question.
We know that his wife is home with 4 kids. We know that he went through 1, 2, 3, 4 pregnancies. She was home the whole time, and he was open to taking on more hours to support this family.
Right.
We know that he cared about family enough, and we know niggas that don't. We know niggas that don't be there for their kids off one kid.
You want me to congratulate a fish for swimming?
No,
Yes.
we're not. What I'm saying
Like,
is
yes.
the
He
entire
created
picture,
these
not just your
children.
side of it.
We're not creating one side.
So
We're
what I'm
giving you a
saying is-
perspective because you're saying she up and left for no reason.
I didn't say that.
You
Yes, you
kinda
did.
No, I didn't. I don't know why she left. We don't know.
That's what we're saying. There's a lot of
His
scenarios.
dick
We're
could have
not-
been small. I don't know why she left. What I'm saying is, what
Might have been
I
small,
am
but they
saying
got
is,
4
all of that
kids.
shit that she just painted. Oh, you got to pay to nanny. Yeah, they got buses. They got situations. And another thing y'all both know is, when a nigga is got some kids, women gonna show up.
I've been saying that for
The
years.
mom's gonna show up, the sister gonna show up, the
If
school
you
gonna look
have
out.
that
There's always
village.
gonna be some help for niggas that got some kids.
If you have the village set, that's not necessarily true, and you have to also be a good person.
If I walk through the mall with 4 kids, I say, these my 4 kids, it's gonna be 10 chicks in here that's like, yo, oh really? Let me help. Bring
And
them
that's
here.
what had that nigga lose his wife in
you
the
can
first
always-
place.
You can
The
always
chicks.
do this. You can always. I'm just saying, like, once women, all right.
Listen, you are right.
bro,
Women will be more apt to help a man single
are.
with kids. But
We're
guess
gonna
what?
get help.
A lot of people aren't willing to help the same single mother with kids.
Of course
You know what I'm
not.
saying? They like
I'm
to
saying-
condemn
I
them
agree.
and say baby
Yes.
daddy's this. The point is we don't know what we don't know, but we are offering different scenarios. And one thing is things don't just come up overnight.
They don't.
2, it is discernment in your partnership, because if you can't see your kids and this woman became this, that woman did not become that overnight.
You know what
Okay,
you know what
so
else I think?
What?
I said this, and I said this last week. It's so crazy, right? That the nigga that's dedicated to this, right? He winds up spending more time away. He still becomes the bad guy because he's not there. He's not present.
everybody's a bad guy in someone's story.
Right, but it's funny because it's like no matter what you do, you're the bad guy. Like, yo, I'm here trying to take care of you and 4 kids. Now you get lonely. Now your mind is going other places.
Right.
You're looking at other people's lives, whatever it is. Because I'm not present,
Right.
I'm still the bad guy. But shit, I only make $22 an hour. I have to work 60 hours
Then
to
why
pay
the
the
hell you
bills,
had
pay
4
for the
kids?
kids. Girl, it's y'all body, y'all choice, right?
Yeah, but it's also
Get
your
the
body, your
fuck
choice.
out of
Wait,
here.
wait, you can't use that now.
It's
You
not
can't
about
use
that,
now.
but also
Yo,
you
there's
have
no-
autonomy
use that
too.
now.
There's zero accountability
No.
on the other
there
side
really
of
is.
you being like the
No,
other
she
part.
asked.
And you said
She
your
pointed
body.
at me.
You should say your body, your choice. If you're a husband, right, and you know that you can't, and you're a husband, you're the only one that works, and you know that every mouth you add into this house is going to take money out your pocket,
work 4
and you
hours.
continued to have them because you.
It's his fault, basically.
I didn't
not
say it was
saying
his
it's
fault, but
his
he tried to
fault.
make it seem like it was her fault.
The reality of it is, again, y'all
A vasectomy is $15, okay?
How'd you arrive at 4 kids without
How?
having the conversations? When did money become an option? Like, oh my God, I'm killing myself to take care of 1. I'm killing myself to take care of 2. I'm killing myself to take care of 3. You see how the numbers keep adding and we just keep making the same mistakes?
Niggas is
The
wildin'.
reality of it is everybody should have accountability when you're in a relationship. It is a partnership. And sometimes instead of just saying, damn, I might have chose the wrong person or I didn't notice this or whatever, we would rather stay on a hill and die on a hill just to be right and win rather than just coming down to a solution that makes sense. We're human. We evolve. We'll never, ever be the same person. And thank God I'm not the same person I was when I was 19.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, the reality of it is it's okay to change. The thing is, are we going to be human enough to empathize and give each other grace?
No, because Tahoe believes at his grassroots that once we're married, you're not allowed to change certain
You're a
aspects.
slave,
You
you're a
have to
concubine.
stay the way forever.
I don't believe that.
But that's the argument that you're basically making. Because the argument that you're making is that I did all the things that I was supposed to do, and you get to just wake up one day and say that I'm not happy and it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm a person.
No.
And instead you would rather them stay in that relationship, or leave the relationship with nothing, regardless of what they added and contributed to it, because you don't understand that real love, and this is my opinion. Now, I'm not going to make this as a fact. Real love means that I love you enough that I want you to be happy, even if it's not with me.
That. I agree.
And for that is basis and grounds alone for me to say we're growing into two different people, but we don't have to hate each other. You go do your thing and I'm gonna do mine, but we can still love each other. You want people to be stuck.
Me.
This is the arguments that it's making. Like, you want people to be stuck and tethered together, even if they're miserable. Because once you break up, it's like you just woke up one day and you could just leave me. No,
you're tethered together forever because you have children. So
so we good.
I don't agree with what you're saying, but I'm gonna end that convo there. I don't agree with that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, all right, you was feeling. Let's leave it.
Okay. Let's just agree to disagree, and that's
running,
okay.
Yeah, we're running around like we're chasing. I don't know what
we don't even know the real situation.
Yeah. I still remember.
Hypothetical.
I still remember the situation.
Man, y'all, I think that's the second episode, but I do have one topic that I really want to discuss.
Let's go.
I'm gonna play the topic,
okay.
but we're gonna put this whole conversation
in Patreon.
On Patreon.
Okay.
All right. This topic is triggering, so
fuck.
I do. For anybody, once you hear the topic, okay, this is a pro-life, pro-choice conversation. If you're not up to it, I totally understand, but the conversation is kind of triggering. Yo, my daughter's mad funny. She texted me, do you have any ingredients for shrimp Alfredo upstairs? I said, I have Alfredo. I think it's in my cabinet, right? She said, okay, do you have shrimp?
So you got nothing. She got a fucking pasta noodle.
I'm coming there to cook. Is everything there?
Right, like she got noodles and that's it.
Yo, having the noodles is crazy.
Son, are hilarious. This is what I be talking about.
Nigga said, do you have shrimp? I love her so much.
That's a piece of you right there.
Huh?
That's a piece of you right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, absolutely insane, bro.
Do you have this shit to make shrimp Alfredo the whole thing?
Like, I'm just asking.
I love her.
Here is the topic. After this, we are going over to
shrimp fettuccine Alfredo sound good.
I'm hungry.
I'm gonna have to make
How
that.
did I deserve to die for the crime of the man who raped my mother?
Speechless.
How did you deserve to die? You're right there. I'm confused.
That's because the law protected me. I was born exactly 3.5 years to the date of Roe v. Wade. My birth mother went to 2 illegal abortions, and I was almost killed, but she backed out because of the law and fear for her own safety. She told me if it had been legal, she absolutely would have aborted me. And 6 years later, she changed her mind about abortion, like many women do. But I literally owe my birth to the law, which protected me. So I'm asking you, how did I deserve to die for the crime of the man who raped my mother?
Well, at that point in time, you were still, in your mother's belly, and she had all control over you because you're a part of her body. And if she wanted you removed, that's her choice. I'm glad that you're here today. Like, you survived. Congratulations. But it's still her choice. And it doesn't matter about if there was a law there to save you. Like, if she wanted to, she could have. And that's it.
So I value you as a person, and I can tell you I'm so glad you're here, honestly, and I'm so glad you're alive. I'm so glad you were born. But what I'm hearing you say is that if you had your way, I'd be dead right now. Because my birth mother's choice, her choice was to kill me. And the law protected me. And the question is, did I deserve the protection I received?
Fuck yeah.
Thank you.
Shorty, speechless.
She wasn't equipped.
It's okay. You can take your time. I can inject.
I can too. I think that's it. Before we continue, y'all already know we're going over to Patreon with this. This is gonna be a trigger one. I don't know. We'll see y'all next week if you don't pull up. So, Chrys, before we leave, how can people find you? Where can they follow you, follow your show, or come get their taxes done, whatever it may be?
Well, everything is at the source. So you can follow me at Chrys Childs, CHRYS. Chrys with a Y. Don't ask me why. Childs, like the basketball player. On everything. And I post everything there. So it's easy because, everybody's gotten lazy. So you can just click some links. It'll be in my story. Or go to Fubu Radio and just check it out. Just tune in.
How can the ladies become part of your nightlife entourage? They want to
Listen,
sell
I am not the Pied Piper anymore. However,
Listen,
you got some places you're trying to be.
Some
have some fun. You need curated. I might be able to point you in the right direction because I want everybody to experience life.
Word.
Dope. I do know somebody that's looking for a little birthday event. Maybe I can talk to you about it. They hit me. I'm like, nigga, I be in my house rubbing my feet together.
Listen.
So shameless.